I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now, and I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Hey. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, the children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend, the children have no food to eat. We got major headlines. Oh, we got major stories. Hey, yo. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. Major headlines. We got major stories. Major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no gods, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no gods, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been writing stories from rock of ages. Keep writing stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me, and I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people, blind people, I mean, people that in need, man. People too much in need. Come on, yeah. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no gods, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money, no gods, no glory, no help for poor men. That's what we know. Major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers.
Woke up sound and strong this morning, a lot of questions on my mind. Is to you more by the way this world is going, about the million things I stare. Do we dream of another world, somewhere nowhere in the sky? Do we wanna keep surviving, surviving? What about music? What about children? What about nature's quest to stay alive? Stay alive, we must listen, we must listen. To stay alive, we must share, we must share. For a while, one must say, the state of where is mine, where is mine. The state of where is mine, where is mine. And now every action say every day, no one wants to be the weaker one, the weaker one. What's the price for the strong? Though we spill on river of blood, I'm right, we say I'm right. If history has taught us no lessons, is that we need to teach our children, our children. Will the river be the strongest? What about music? What about children? What about AIDS, deaths and poverty? To stay alive, we must listen, we must listen. To stay alive, we must share, we must share. For a while, one must say, the state of where is mine, where is mine. The state of where is mine, where is does it really matter who you are? Does it really matter where you're from? Does it really matter what you believe? What about music? What about children? What about nature's quest to stay alive? What about music? What about children? What about AIDS, deaths and poverty? Stay alive, we must listen, we must listen. Stay alive, we must share, we must share. For a while, one must say, the state of where is mine. The state of where is
Although I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause no more food. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me Mr. Journalist, I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, they say pay some money, they say pay some presidency, Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we gotta make your head on. Oh, we gotta make your story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We gotta make your head on. We gotta make your story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. We gotta make the head on. Oh, we gotta make the story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We gotta make the head on. Raise your head on. We gotta make the story. Make the story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No gods, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No gods, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know. We gotta make the headline. We gotta make the story. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We gotta make the headlines. We gotta make the stories. There is no job, no money for hustlers. You don't know stories? You've been writing stories for rap of ages. Keep writing stories about people who not too concerned. We got a lot of people in the ghetto, people on the block, people in the street. If y'all know what I know, follow me, and I'll take you to places where people are suffering. We got lame people, I mean, people that in need, man. People too much in need. Come on, yeah. How many people do you love, man? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men.
And so, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on location where you're following us from this time. I would like to say welcome to BKS TV, welcome to BKS radio station too as well. And indeed, it's a pleasure to have all of you on here this evening. Time to have you guys here this evening. I would like to say welcome to the new month. The month of June, AD 2026. Of course, we are in the half of the year.
How many people do you cherish?
It's going to be a wonderful conversation here this evening on BKS TV.
How many people do you help out there?
Somebody say, what are you guys diving into tonight?
Most especially
there is a huge conversation here.
No job, no money. No gods, no glory. No help for poor men. Money.
And the man Picardo says, we've got major headlines for you guys here tonight.
Is it based on technology?
We've got a serious and major headlines for all of you.
Is it based on war? Tell me, we gotta make your headline. Oh, we gotta make your story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We gotta make your headline. We gotta make your story.
Well, before we bring you the updates here tonight, before we bring you our headlines here for tonight, tell us in the comment section where you're watching us from. Let's be able to recognize you two on the show here this evening. My name is Junior Payne, your regular host of the Heat Hour Show.
The rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto.
Well, I see my guys trooping in the back.
All the houses are
it's going to be a wonderful conversation here tonight, man.
full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. Oh,
As you may be aware, the General Auditing Commission of Liberia, EAC for short, released an audit report today on the Nima County administration in the period of 2018 to 2022. It is very much demeaning. It's horrible. And it's very sad that individuals will be using public resources we cannot account for. Again, we're going to dive into the report here tonight. Approximately 190 something pages. I've done my best to read them and to go through everything step by step, page by page too as well, to bring you the unfoldings in the report. My main son is watching us this evening from Ganta City, Nima County. Lawrence Glewan is also watching us from Morris's Farm Community in Monrovia. Lawrence, welcome to the show.
How many people do you love? How many people do you cherish? How many people do you help out there? Most especially poor men. No job, no money. No cause, no glory. No help for poor men. That's what we know.
And so that's it. We got major headlines for you guys here at VexCealing. It's great to have all of you. 16 minutes past 8 o'clock in Liberia, and the 16 minutes past 10 o'clock in Kigali, Rwanda, where I sit here at VexCealing too as well. In the next 4 minutes, we'll be bringing our panelists on the show. Like we said in our intro, we will be discussing the General Auditing Commission report on the Nima County administration from 2018 to 2023. Now, the report is, I would say, for lack of better words, I would say the report is demeaning, it's horrible, and it's very, very sad. Well, the great thing that we've done here tonight is to get you the report. Wherever we'll be speaking from, we'll be able to show you them, to let you know. And if you're just joining us, we ask you to please help us and share the show with other people. Invite somebody listening alongside you. Hilton Tawan is also joining us from Ganta City, Nima County. It's going to be a heated conversation. And if you also want to be a part of the conversation, we have pinned the link in the comment section. You can just click the link and we'll be able to bring you on here tonight as we discuss the audit report on the Nima County administration too as well. We go for this break and we'll be right back to bring our guys on as we start the conversation. Stay with us and keep listening.
Is it based on war? Tell me. There is no job, no money for hustlers. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take up coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children have no food to eat. Oh, hey, yo. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Raise your hand up. Raise your story. There is no job.
Well, we've got major headlines for all of you guys here tonight. Prentice is here. The mayor Afonso Wongwa is also here. Afonso, good evening and welcome to the show this evening, Afonso.
Thank you, John. You getting me right?
I'm hearing you loud and clear. How you doing, boss?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you. And let me say thanks to you for always appearing on the show. Some of our part we just go off and count the LEC in Liberia. Princess brother, how you doing, sir?
Prentice, good evening. Prentice, how you there?
Yeah.
The other guy, they got working in the Ministry of Youth and Sports. He working with all the entity in Liberia, but I know what happened to the network. Afonso, let's hear you what's on your mind this evening, Chief.
Uh John, I think a couple of months ago there were not if not couple of months, maybe weeks ago, there were this other report from Grand Basel that were troubling, and we also on our official page, you know, encourage the county administration to also give ours. But thank God that it's up, and I think as a country and as a county, we have to be carefully looking at those reports to see where are those financial malpractices, and maybe some will be procedural errors, other things we don't know, but at least thank God that the report is out. And second thing is the issue of violence, by our people. Some of the violence in our country, John, actually, come from the the way in which our officials or government officials and security apparatus respond to issues in on a daily basis. When you respond to issue promptly, when you're happy, you respond to it promptly. Sometimes the issue can be under control, but where sometimes you allow it happen before you respond to it, it can sometimes be bad. Like for instance, on the social media, quite recently, you saw that fellow who was flogged in the garage, allegedly, stealing something from someone, which was not, you are practicing. It means that you are a student of law. That was allegation. If allegation in a country or against somebody, that person can be punished for allegation, then of course we can make it as a law. But I feel these are some of the things when those people see those things on social media. Sometimes they take it to be like fun. Sometimes they will say, "Oh, the thing not happening in Liberia, it happening elsewhere." Before they can even find out that it happening in Liberia, it's already late. So security had to be on their line every day to start to address some of the issues so that our country, our community can be safe from harmful people, harmful intruders.
Thank you, Afonso, and I 100% agree with your point here. And again, it's great to have you on the show here this evening as we dive into the report here tonight. I've been reading the report since this morning. I've been going through the report, and Afonso, I've never felt disappointed in those people who call themselves leaders until today. I've always heard about corruption, but the level in which I saw this report at today, Afonso, is forsaken. It's disheartening. And wonderfully, we have the report with us here tonight. I hope you've seen it on the screen there, Afonso. If you are
Oh
seeing it,
yeah,
please give me a.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it clear. I also have in my phone. I speak it clever.
Well, great. So those that are listening to us, I think this is an opportunity for you to also follow the conversation here tonight, bit by bit. It's a really long report, but we will do our best to dive into it as much as we can, so that you can understand in depth what we will be speaking on here tonight on the show. Now, I know the other guys will join us very shortly, so I don't want us to start the conversation in their absence. Let's firstly be discussing, other issue in the country. Why we are with the other guys? Maybe let's give them at least 5 minutes to join us, and once they do, we will be able to start a conversation. Alfonso, I want us to go at least to the issue of the War and Economic Crimes Court. I know the government is doing all she can to establish the court in Liberia, but I'm a bit concerned as to who are those people that will be the prosecutor, who are those people that will be the defense counsel, and all of those people. Remember now, the crimes that we're speaking of here, these are international crimes. I know people attend law school in our country, but what is the government doing to equip our local lawyers with international laws so that they will be able to represent the country or defend accused person? CEO, good evening and welcome to the show this evening, Chief.
Thank you. Printers not come by with a bad internet.
Yeah, the man living in the community of the president. He work in the Ministry of Youth and Sport, but still he got bad network. I don't know what's wrong with printers.
And you see, they run away. Alfonso, Alfonso betrayed the struggle. Went to Minnesota. The man betrayed or the man abandoned us. And the man still got fun to pay. He acting serious with the man. I think he see me. Yeah.
Oh no, that's allegation. That's allegation. That's allegation. Betray struggle is allegation. If
but
I don't know which struggle is that, but
the struggle one.
And neglecting and all of the talk about when you came here, you know what's up. So I can't say anything on the media.
No, I say you betray the struggle. You betray the struggle. If your one vote could have counted, your one vote are gonna make our vote either one.
Yeah, we're all going to come back. Hey,
But yeah, it's great to be back. I'm glad we have Printers on here. I know he's having internet thing, but we got to probably hear from him before things shut down. But it's great to see Alfonso back on here, and then Printers as well. But as far as the report goes, I don't want to jump ahead of you.
No, we're not going to report. Just ask for our
okay, sorry. Is he the man?
Yeah. So
what the question again? What the question before I jump ahead of myself?
The World Economic Crackle is asking how the government is trying to incorporate our local, lawyers, to acquaint themselves with international laws and all that stuff. So, John, before you are talking something. Who will be the prosecutor if they finally established? I remember when Prince Johnson, one of those, I know I should say perpetrator, or I don't know how to use that because
it's good to say perpetrators. It's good to say alleged perpetrators.
Okay, alleged. One of the TRC interview person at the time mentioned this word that I'm quoting from him that the people we are before to tell our story themselves have their story to tell. Meaning, even those that were questioning them also took part in the war, and somebody need to question them. So, like you ask the question, what's the government doing to to advance some of our lawyers to international laws and other things? I don't know how many of our lawyers in our country that are free from those alleged crime, because majority of those guys to fight in the war too. So I don't know whether they're taking. They allegedly.
I want you to use. Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't know whether they will be standing in a court where once upon a time you were supporting. You don't have to directly take gun to shoot, but financially you supported somebody. You encourage them, gentlemen, let's do this. You are in the background advising them. Like I'm the advisor to the CEO now, political advisor to the CEO. Anything I say there, Meaning anything you do, I'm part and parcel of it. Then I
So
will
so that
start
you carry
respect.
that you
I
carry
will
my CEO into DK election, right?
I encourage him to start taking part in political activities. And you should watch it. You should watch it. Environment. Only in the US,
Okay.
not in Liberia.
Nine like bro.
Yeah, and so people will go and take the stage to start pleading for people. Like another story we have to tell. Then again, if the government will hire people from outside to come and know and be in that court to prosecute people, there's another thing. So
But,
that's
but
why
let me ask you this. Don't
some
you
years ago, somebody was say the World Economic Council going to be very expensive. The government don't have that
uh,
funding to do that.
let me ask you this, Alfonso. Don't you think it is too late? When I say late, that means looking at the time in review from our civil conflict up to present that the government is trying to establish this code. Don't you think it is very late or it is too late for prosecution to be done?
Well, too late when it comes to the economic crankle, I would say not too late.
Yeah,
But for
no, the war crimes code.
the war crankle, one word the other is for me personally, my view on this is belated. I mean, it is belated because most of those guys who took part active role in the war, in the war, majority of those generals and other people who were Danny and Wani, with some of those West that brought those things in Liberia, those mayhems in Liberia, some of them are not alive any longer. Who
Oh,
were
see, are
that
you
in
hearing me?
school? Hello, I was in school when we saw, yeah, the internet.
Mhm.
So once upon a time, I was in school in February. I just saw some guy just grabbing some of our guy carrying them to the front line. You know that these are people now who are alive, and people want to get information from. I don't know where are those guys? Where is Charles Zulu? You will not find Charles Zulu now. You will not find Prince Johnson again. You will not find all of generals around again. Who are you going to prosecute? That's a problem for me. That's why I say it is belated. It is belated for war crankle. But for economic crankle, I don't think it's belated because our fundings are there in the war. People took some of our property and sold it to other countries. We can trace it.
Thank you. CEO, you can just have a bit of a thought on this issue and then we move to our major discussion here tonight. Let me welcome Big Brother Aloysius Alexander Tente Jr. Aloysius, good evening. Welcome to the show here this evening. It's good to have you.
I'm gonna hit you though.
Fairly. I mean, I'm a man. Need a man.
Our brother, I know, one of our, I mean, I'm a brother that man. I saw the man hitting you, the man said, you know, that's what it'll be doing things, but you know. So as far as I disagree with Alfonso. I don't think it's late. I don't think it's belated. Justice, there's no timeline for justice. I think even if they are in a grave, justice should be served. They should still be able to bring some type of closure to the people that that were affected. So to say because the person is no longer here, so we should not. They got some of that. There's still plenty in Liberia. Alfonso, I don't know if you know that plenty in that place and they're still there, regardless of their role they play. I think they all should account for it. So I still believe that they should do it, and I like the fact that the government is pushing for it. We have to commend the government for that. I don't think it's late. They should go after them and then have them face their day in court. So that's my take on that. I don't think it's late. I think they should still be able to bring them to justice. But yeah, overall, not really much I have to say about that part.
Thank you. I think, should I agree with Franco partly? Should I disagree with him? No. But here is it though. I don't know whether you follow the special code of Sierra Leone. That was an example for Liberia to follow. We both experienced similar thing, maybe in a similar time frame, we experienced the same thing. Sierra Leone immediately effectively invited the international community and they established the special court of Sierra Leone. And today, one of our own, former President Charles Gange Taylor, he was prosecuted by the court, and right now he's facing his sentence.
In
But it's
different
still,
country though. In different country.
yeah, yeah, that's in different country. I'm setting a scenario there because we started is almost the same time, we ended almost the same time, but they went directly for prosecution. For us, we chose, the TRC. Now the TRC has two different sides. A confession is not impunity. For the TRC, according to them, whatever you said there, will not be used against you in the court of law. Now, the issue of war crimes code, like Alfonso said, one way or the other, somebody that perpetrator. Who will be the prosecutor in this case? The major lawyers we have across the country right now, these were people that some of them have been accused of participating in the war. Are we going to use them? Now, the economic side of this thing, if you bring in war economic crimes code, let's say war crimes code, you have to compensate the victim. You're not just going to tell them that, oh, the person did this to your family and then we will prosecute that person. No. For example, Alfonso was supposed to go to school and get his PhD. His only sponsor was his father. They walk in and his father passed out. Alfonso is no longer in school. He's on a farm. Now you have to compensate Alfonso legally. You got to give him some sort of money to establish his life because his dependent at that time was killed during the war. Is the government ready financially to do those things? What are we going to do? Sierra Leone prosecuted former President Charles Gange Taylor. He's now in prison in Sierra Leone. Where are we going? How have we connected with other countries? That those powerful perpetrators, if found guilty, where are we going to imprison them? How many countries do we have tied to? These are some of the questions that we need to ask. But again, that's not a conversation here tonight. Prentice is finally settled down. Prentice, it's great to have you on the show here this evening. How you doing, my brother? You,
Alfonso, the team. Good evening to everybody.
good evening. How you doing, Chief?
Oh, it's still Alfonso. Alfonso VIP in the whole show.
I do, my brother.
I've been busy. Yeah,
You guys hear
good
me?
being with everybody here this evening. I know from CEO end it should be about.
Go ahead.
4:36.
Hello, you getting me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
See,
so-
are you hearing him?
No, he breaking. So we gotta go to him and then have it say because of the network.
Yeah.
So when he comes
Man,
on,
printers is like you still using Nokia.
Yeah, when he comes on, we will do that. But CEO, here is the biggest conversation here tonight. I managed my way, to get this for us here so that we can start a conversation with. How important is this report to the NIMA people? Let me start with that question before we start diving into it. Alfonso, CEO, let's hear you on this. How important is this report and how should we take it, vote of political alignment?
I think this is very important. I have talked to few people, and the feedback I've gotten is this is a long-awaited report that they have been waiting for. I heard it goes back to the women group. So many people have been advocating for this report for the longest time, and I'm glad, and the people are happy that this has been finally released. People need to know. Our NIMA people need to know, what's happening, what's unfolding in this in the county, and this report is telling. It has a lot of information in it, and what we'll do is we'll not just do one day. We'll be a couple of experts on here to discuss this report. I have someone already on for Wednesday Tuesday. I mean, this entire week we'll have people from different angle, different background. People who are in position, opposition will be here, coming here to discuss this because I think it needs to be discussed to the fullest and let our people know what's unfolding. I think Printers is here. If Printers can hear us, let's give him time to talk to us about this. We've since you're having some network issues. You are muted.
Printers, are you there, Chief? Yeah, Printers is still finding it difficult. Alfonso, how important is this report to the people of NIMA, and how should the citizen take it void of political alignment?
So I'm finishing your already giving chance to Printers.
Oh, okay. So go ahead.
I want your show.
Yeah, you might win. Yeah, so this year it should be used as precedent for the future, for tomorrow, and I hope that those who are in charge should take this, and those who are who are implicated in this should be able to answer to all the questions and all the questions that we have in the audit report. That they should be able to tell the NIMA people what's happening, why their names are in there, and what's unfolding. Accountability. Back to what the topic we were discussing before this. So I think it's very, very important. And the people that I've spoken with, they are not just opposition or imposition, people from diverse background in NIMA, and they are all. So the sad part is people are not shocked. Yeah, most of the reaction you will hear people talk is, we are not surprised. We expected this. That's a sad thing for people to be in society and say, we expected this type of damning report and bad report to come out. They are not surprised, but they have been wanting it almost to prove a point that this is what we've been saying for years, and actually came to pass. And those who are alleged to have done some things that are not right should be held accountable to the fullest. But it's a terrible report. Anyone, you don't have to be a financial guru to know that some of the things they have in there, when you see, I read that report, I saw some of the snippet of it, the numbers. Alfonso, you'll be surprised. I kept asking myself, I said, wow, the real money, yeah, all I just numbers the people throwing out here. Yeah, in Nimba County, that area, place where when you go, the poverty rate there is just something else, and we'll talk about, I know Junior will talk about the details, but take for example District 5, where we hail from. 5 years period, the people did not benefit from any of the funds, the county development fund, so all those things. District 5 people did not benefit. 5 years. Where is the money? Where the money went? 5 years. So it just is sad. And it's tough, but I think we need to talk about it, and we need to let the people know what happened. And this report, I believe, has to be discussed in all our local dialect, the Kran, Gio, Mano, whatever we have over there, it should be discussed, and let our people know what's unfolding. And I think as media institution, we can show that we can take that and take initiative of it, use the platform we have to be able to talk to our people about this, so they can be able to know what's unfolding. But yeah, so I'll stop here for now. I know it's going to be a lengthy conversation. I don't know where you're going. You let John Cogan, so I'm going to castle behind it, but yeah.
Thank God you know your PK. You know your PK.
I know that man very well.
Welcome, DK. How you doing?
You made me I lost the election because you didn't go to vote.
I told him, man. I said if we're going to have it, they won't vote.
John, can I go ahead because DK
Can you respond because your man John been on my back? Wow, lost the elections and everything, so you kept my vote. Yeah. So people that maybe I lost the election, I'm having issue with them more than your audit report.
Go ahead, Afonso.
Yeah,
DK, it's great to have you on here this evening. Welcome.
we'll talk that behind the scene. Don't worry. Gio, you were asking for the importance of the report to the people of Nimba. I think with fairness, transparency, the people of Nimba deserve better. They need to know how their resources or any funding from government or wheresoever is being used or are being used over the period. So I think that this report is very important. It came, at the right time. Thank God that they took their time to go through them, even though we were eagerly waiting for it, asking questions. But thank God they took their time to go through them and make this at this time. And I feel it's important. Every one citizen in Nima needs to know what has been happening in our county administration, more especially when it comes to financial issues like this. Because this financial issue is issues that make or improve our communities. If few handful of people will go and misapply them or use them and divert some of those, proceed from our county into another thing, I feel we will still be complaining and getting to say, oh yes, Nima County is fast growing and fast growing in all of people's pocket, people building Google houses just from our resources. So I think it's very important for us. Thank God it's out. We're going to peruse it. We're going to discuss it. And the rightful procedure need to take place if those guys can be called over to see if we can, take the lawsuit against some of those guys who their name will appear in the report.
Thank you, Printers. Let's go to you. I know your network is giving problem. Let's hear you.
Orange network is terrible at my end. I needed to get Lone Star as a backup. So good
Okay,
evening
great.
to
So
everyone.
you are very okay now.
I'm Ravi D.
My man, they say you complaining for network. You can't do that to us.
One time
You
defeat
can't. You man, kill me with pressure.
You're not John Armstrong, you're not John Matheson.
Yeah, it good being with everybody here this evening, and I don't know from where I'm going to start. Whether the first discussion point on
straight to the audit.
Wow, they got gone. Well, DK, welcome. How important is this report to the Nimba citizens, and how should we take it for the politics and political alignment?
So, John, this is sad for us, for all of us as a country. John, it just the only frustrating thing I have is in any serious country, any serious government, people who were named today in our audit report, the LACC should go after them. And I know it's not a crime to say because they are not guilty, but let them be arraigned before a court, and at least somebody they can use insurance bond and everything. But like I said, it's a difficult thing. But here is one of my critical things in this thing. You see, people need appearing audit report. Sometimes they are not a tool. John, let me tell you how Labua works. Like the Nima County issue, somebody will see you, whether you're working there as a low man, they will have $800,000 million and just put that check in your name and say, John, go catch that check. Then people high up will eat the money. But you know what, John? Your name is part of that criminal document. And those things are record.
DK, I want you to be speaking in your, professional view here tonight. You're a criminal justice man, and we don't want to
John,
transfer any crime. Akamina, we don't want to
uh-huh.
transfer any crime or any doing of another person, assuming that somebody from the high up did it. Let's go to the accuser and those people who their names were mentioned. We don't know anybody from outside, DK.
No, my argument is not going after my argument, is not like deviating from what is in the audit report. I'm just saying
Mhm.
in Liberia, people need to be careful. John, I'm just telling you how Liberia things work in Liberia. Sometimes, John, you might not even be working in that institution, but somebody you know within that institution, they will prepare a check and call you and say, come and get this check and go and cash it. That check, when auditor are twisting that information, John, your name will come from nowhere and they will say, oh yeah, John, cash the government check. John, this is the country that I know, that I work in, that I have a lot of experience in. With this audit report, it just as bad as any like the serious crisis. John, there are places in that country, in Nima, for example, that don't even have like safe drinking water. Safe drinking water. And you know that water thing that people can drill, to drill that thing and have water, like say for instance, you blue and say, okay, I want safe drinking water. That's just $4,000. You take that machine to drill that place to get that drinking water. During the 90,000, the 400,000, the $500,000, and you want for all the towns in Nima to have safe drinking water. Within some of the money in that place. John, you know, they think I saw it this morning. You know, I was working last night when I think people start posting in the chat room there. I don't want to talk about it too because those are things that can make people that get hurt, they can see people on the streets and start shooting them.
Thank you.
Because there are people that suffering. Their kids don't have school fee. They don't have school in their homes. They don't have clinics.
Thank you.
And you hear one person eating such a. I think other thing. I think I want to go to a different thing before because there are people
Thank you.
eating.
We'll come to the audit. We'll come to the audit report. We've not
You're talking about different things because I think so people are all your fault.
Yeah, we will come to it. We just want to hear your perspective. Printers, welcome. The question is, how should Nibarians take this report and void of our political alignment? How should we react to this report?
I think this is one thing that I've repeatedly said since the report came out early this morning, that we should treat it beyond political boundary. Because if you see actors whose names are contained within the report, for the fact that currently NIMBA is predominantly Unity Party / MDR, and actors whose names are contained, most of them, even though they serve the initial government, they're still a major player within the government. So at this point, the very best we can do for our generation and our country is to see it beyond the political spectrum. Then with that, we're going to be very fair to the discourse. And I think it's very pathetic, to in all honesty. I know we will go deep into the report later on, but when you see for the period on review that, and this is one argument I've had a long time when I was active in student politics, that it was very unfair that our leaders have to siphon our county funding through sport means. We have the county meet that runs for one month, but if you go through the report, you see that there were more support given to county meet activities alone. Because, Junior, you know how the people eat the money through the county meet? That's why some of us we've been able to push. And at least now you have a county leadership, which is not so perfect, but at least they get to listen, because we advise them that there be a sitting set for steering committee activities. Because instead of that, what used to happen is that they leave it open. So you will see those appointed on the committee, sometimes honestly they're going to spend between 75,000 to 100,000 USD. And then they end up sending between 300 to 400,000 report. And because our leaders in the system too knew the entire thing, it becomes a deal between them. So if you go into the report, you see that just academic activity alone, we spend more money on it than education, than health, than security, and you could go on and name other major sectors. So the report is to be an eye opener, number one, for Nimbaans. Because over and over, some of us, we've been tagged as protest mercy because we will always go after ArcelorMittal to live up to its commitment. But what we're discussing tonight, 12 million United States dollars plus $55 million unaccounted for came out of our county and social development funds. Which means, Mikasti, yeah, in all of our ways, I may not like them. They've been living up to their commitment as per the very bad agreement that we have now. But even the very bad agreement that we have, the small benefit that should come to us, that our own people, that not the women, not the people from India.
Thank you, Prentice. We will dive into the report. Let's hold you there. We want to touch all the CONOSAC questions before we go into the report. My next question to all of us here tonight is, why did the GAC waited this long?
You get a vet. You work on a vet. You work on a vet.
Sorry.
You got trouble. You got
Veteran Mavsin, good evening, welcome. Vet, good evening, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on here tonight.
I've been away from the show before the version come on. Version, you welcome here to the I don't call it
the defeated candidate.
The defeated candidate.
Well, I like the fact that the veteran is on here tonight. The veteran should be part of the report, but apparently his name is not mentioned. By the time he served, that time was audited.
Oh, yeah, it was.
That time was audited.
No,
so I'm discussing this report here tonight without knowing you, with word of sentiment, word of anything that I have with you. That's how we're going to discuss this report here tonight. So, veteran, it's good to have you on here. Let me ask this question. Isn't it the responsibility of GAC to audit every fiscal year? Why did the GAC have to wait this long before auditing? A follow-up to this question is, will the government prosecute those people who have been accused of allegedly misappropriating public funds based on some of their current affiliation with the government, with the ruling party? An example is former Superintendent Doug Cooper. Doug is very much close to this government. He served as Commissioner General, and now he resigned from that position. Looking at almost all of those people who are allegedly within the report, they are somehow connected to the government. Do you think the government will go on to indict these people to give an account of this money that unaccounted for? I want to start with you, CEO, and after that we go to Veteran Matheson, Prentice, Fanso, and then DK.
I'll pass man to Vet Matheson to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Veteran, welcome.
For me, I'll be boy. My take on this report, I will let you guys discuss it. But what really, because I haven't gone into it detail, but what caught my attention was District 5, the 5-year period that was audited. District 5 did not benefit anything. We want to know where our money is, and we'll be letting our people know that 5 years straight we never got our money. But I'll save my thought for last, and then we'll go to the vet, and then printers and DK them to make their points.
Okay, great. Veteran, welcome.
Well,
Do you
thank you.
think people will be indicted for this report?
Thank you. Like Alvin said, I'm yet to detail the report, and then I can be able to speak from an informed, point of view. But what I read from the post done by Martin Colley, I think the audit period starts from 2018 to 2023,
Mhm.
if I'm correct. And but then I was out of government. I was in private practice, and later came back to government around late 2019. And at the time, I was with Senator Groupie.
When did you serve as the development superintendent on NIMA? What year?
From February 2017. And as you may be aware, 2017 was an election year.
Mhm.
And so our focus was on transition. And as a matter of fact,
When did you leave your position?
the new government took seat in January of 2018. But then, unfortunately, as soon as President Weah was declared winner, and the inaugural committee wasn't even commissioned, there was a presidential mandate that all appointed officials should turn over government. In fact, that was one of the most hasty turnover at the time. There was no, room for turnover notes, at least to leave the new government with a memory to stand on. And I believe that was the error. By right, we should have stayed on up to January of 2018, upon showing in the Weah's administration, but that wasn't the case. So everything you see there.
So what time did you turn over? That's my question. What time you as development superintendent turn over your position?
December 2017.
Okay, great.
And
Now you can-
I didn't even take pay for December 2018. At my last pay was in November.
Now your pays would have been the audit report.
No, but again, I'm paid by central government under Ministry of Internal Affairs. I was not a member of the PMC that is paid by the county social development funding. I'm paid from central government through the Ministry of Internal Affairs. So if you were to do payroll audit that will have me captured, that would be purely Ministry of Internal Affairs audit and not the Nimas County administration. So I just thought to make that little clarity, even though.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm really sorry for allegedly involving you into the report. I thought that your tenure ended in January of 2018. That's why I included you in that.
Even though I'm not scared of reports, because I'm not scared of audit, because I've learned to be a man of character, and the people I work with can attest, even in their own opposition mind to us at the time, they will still attest to the kind of plain characters that we bring on board. And then during my period as development superintendent, there was no county social development fund, as well as county development fund from central government. There was no disbursement made to the county. All was bundled, in a new administration after Senator Johnson and others have made the case for NIMBA. So we took over, I think, in the middle of the budget year, or the budget year coming to an end, and the president has told us that the transition was what matters. So our focus was to have a peaceful transition of power so as not to have Liberia go back to its dark past. So I think that was what we meant well, and we ensure that places that were hard to reach in Nima, we ensure raw asset through lobby with Mattel support and stuff like that. And that was when we went to Booyah. That was when we worked in Booyah. I think Honorable Samuel Koga helped us with gasoline as well, so as to make our goal to our work in Booyah successful, because we never had government support, towards fuel and lubricants. So that's it. Now, I want to address your question. I think government, there is this system that was being formulated to ensure check and balances. While GSC has the authority to go and conduct periodic audit, they also have the Internal Audit Agency of Liberia. And members of that agency are assigned with all line ministry and government agency to ensure, they guard the spending line ministry and agency in the right way, so as not to have issues that would be on call for under the financial management. So if there is a call by the legislature, yes, there will be an audit. If there is an issue flagged out, yes, there will be an audit. But yes, the GSC should be able to do periodic audit. But for the fact that we have internal audit agency and members of those agencies are within the different line ministry and agency, it helps to inform, corrections of all malpractices, to strengthen the financial management system, to make sure that everything is on course and the function of government is within, it is done the right way. So that's to that. And then the question that has to do with whether they will be persecuted. History of Liberia, especially when it comes to public service, has not done due diligence to that. And so if they will be persecuted, and if there will be some punishable actions, if they are, convicted of that, I can't say, because in time past, once people with scanty characters or people who have done some wrong have access to the power of the day, they can be shielded in ways that you wouldn't even imagine. You could see at the time we were in opposition at Unity Party, we label people like Thomas Fowler in all forms and manner, call him Tifa and the rest of it. Today, Thomas Fowler is the darling boy, is the one the president is splitting cola.
I need that. I told you.
Okay, the president is sharing cola way, and in his exposition, I've never done it anywhere before, but I have to do it today. So if you see all of that, it tells you that, significant figures who have serious influence when it comes to the local politics of our county, if you come to say, okay, they've done some financial misapplication, misappropriation, malpractices, and you expect that justice will be dispensed in a fair and transparent manner, I doubt it. Especially now that our government is more concerned about re-election. People will be shielded. Justice will, as it is said, justice is blind. So the blindness of justice will actually be seen in some of these instances, because we want re-election, and because some of the people that, in question have association with some of the most powerful people in government. And so I see it as a charade. We'll just make noise about it, and in the end, it will be a dead matter, and we'll go back to, we'll go back to history as usual. That's
Thank you. Thank you very much. Honor Jesse K. Miami is watching us here tonight. Comfort that Z is also watching us. Let's take veteran Matheson answer to this question as the answer for now. And let's go into the report, because we have a lot to discuss and time is not waiting for us. This is the best I could do for our listeners. and those that are following us. If you are seeing a report on the screen there, please tell me that you are seeing it, then we can start the discussion.
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay, great. Now, the report is very large. We will take a week or week plus before we complete the discussion of this report. But we'll be jumping into the major, discussion points here tonight. I want us to go to page 35. If you have the report with you, you can just follow me to page 35, and then maybe you will get a report with you. Then we can start the discussion from there. Let me bring us on, and then when we jump into page 35, I will do that for us too as well. Okay, I think this is being a problem. Okay, so if you see, can you try to handle that for us? I don't know what's going on from my end.
What are you trying to do?
To put us on the screen to put us on the screen, like,
and remove the slideshow.
Yes.
I don't know how. You're trying to put it in the middle, right?
Yeah, to put us in the middle as usual. The guys that are part of this report, they don't want us to discuss it here tonight.
I'm gonna do that one though.
All right, let me see if I can do it with my head. All right.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you don't have to. We don't have to.
Is the Minister of Youth and Sport network okay now?
Yeah, the man network okay now.
Yeah, checking in there.
But Joe is appearing twice. What happened again?
That one extra vote for you, man.
Now the man can put more on me because we are the same.
No, I need it, but the two of you can put more on, go back.
So am I okay now?
Yeah, we can see you now.
All right, great. So I want us to go to page 35 of the report. And then I want us to start with the spending in excess of approved budget. Now, if you go to page 35, which I'm trying to do for us here tonight, if you go to that page, you will definitely see how the money was spent between 2018, 2019, 2020. You're going to see them. Now, if you read our report, now here are those the report concern, the major actors within the report. First, you have Honorable Superintendent Doug Cooper, who served as superintendent from the fiscal year 2015 to 2019. And then you have Honorable Nelson Kokwe, who also served as superintendent from the fiscal year of 2020 to 2023. So these are the two major actors. But then they have people who assisted them. You have Honorable Riley G. Myers, who is also the assistant superintendent from the fiscal year of 2020 to 2023. And you have Honorable C.E. Musa, who also is assistant superintendent for the fiscal year of 2020 to 2023. Riley Myers' position is development superintendent. Now, if you go down, you will see at that time we still have PMC officials. So you will see the PMC leaders there on the page 2. But going down to page 35, I want us to go bit by bit and step by step within the report. Now, in page 35, which I will try to put on the screen here for us to see, the year 2018, fiscal year 2018-2019, the fiscal outturn from the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning, meaning the money that the Ministry of Finance gave to the county. This is what we're talking about now. The fiscal outturn was $1,464,917.64. This is the money that the Ministry of Finance gave to the county administration in the fiscal year of 2018-2019. Guess what? The fiscal report that was given by the Nima County administration was 724,722 722 and 35 cents. This is the money that the county reported. Now, the money unaccounted for was 690,190 and 29 cents. $190.29 in the fiscal year of 2018-2019. Let's start with this one first. This is 2018-2019. The money unaccounted for, let's say 690,000. This was under the leadership of former Superintendent Doug Cooper. That 1 year period we're talking, unaccounted for. 1 year. All of us here know how much it takes. And I will go to the PMC. You know what's forsaken? The PMC set their own salary. The Comptroller General, the guys are making $3,200 PMC chairman. $3,200 as the basic salary. Allowance, $400. Now the gross salary is $3,600 per month. Per month. Is the minister even making that money? Is the deputy minister making that money? Is the superintendent even making that money? And that's not all to it. We buy them cars. We gave them a scratch card. The gasoline they use, we pay for them. When I say we, the taxpayer money. Let's start with the 2018-2019. 690,000 unaccounted for. What's your take on this issue? And then we'll go bit by bit. After that, we'll go to the scrap issue. From the scrap, we'll go to people, entities, NGOs, companies who receive money from the county administration but cannot account for those money. We'll go to all of them. We'll go to individuals. Oh, Veteran Mavasi, you say you didn't read a report. Bob Cato, Bob alone signed for 1.1 million.
So you're not allowed to now?
No, you're coming to talk. I want to lay the basic. Bob alone received 1.1 million for county tour to inspect projects. Gentlemen,
You got to work.
the non-electoral district.
1.1 million what?
USD.
$1.1 million. We're not speaking LT here.
USD.
Frederick. That USD we're speaking in.
You know, my first thing, that was my question that I asked. I think Afonso and Gio are laughing at me. When I read the report, when I saw those numbers, I asked if those were real numbers or they were just making up stuff. And it's my understanding that the county tour that they signed for, it was only one county tour they went on. But in the report, they have two county tours allocation there. But anyway, yeah. I will.
So let's start with this one first.
Yeah.
And that's just one county tour. The second county tour that they went for is 500,000.
Allegedly. So that
Do you not do it small, so that plenty thing you read it, we not normal people, then we'll not forget.
Okay, small.
Yeah,
Now,
this particular thing that Jean Yomi we need to call here to talk about the other thing.
Yeah, so
Printers, welcome. What say you on this? The spending in excess of approved budget and the county administration financial report. So the fiscal year 2018-2019, you just listen to it. But let me give you 2019-2020. Now 2019-2020, the money that was disbursed by the Ministry of Finance was 491,000. And then the money that was accounted for, meaning the money that they reported, was 200,000. Now the money unaccounted for sorry, the money that they requested for was 4,091,000, and the money that was accounted for was 2 million, and the money unaccounted for was 1.5 million. Let me put it that way, but they were sent behind it. That was the fiscal year of 2019, 2020. Let's hear you on this, and then we can go to the other side of it. Prentice, let's start with you, Chief.
The report revealed a lot of things, and I think one thing I would be clear with is that NIMBA was a cash cow between the year of 2018 to 2023, and our county covers were looted on a very industrial scale. Because if one must see the disparity, like between 2018 to 2019, similar, almost like 50% of the outturn from the municipal finance remain unaccounted for. Until today's day, we don't know where the money is. And sadly, like the veteran said, and this is not NIMBA's first time having such an experience. The last time, around 2011, 2012, we saw an audit report. But everybody's attachment with some big shots in the high court. Till today's date, the statute of limitation has got those who were implicated by pre-audit report not held accountable. And I would also want to share sentiment with the veterans. Looking at the current position of the people, considering this audit report. Because except for Nelson, quite a few other people, you have most of the people who you see in the audit report citing here now, they have a strong tie with our own government. And I doubt, because we need a re-election, I doubt that we're going to go after them for them, to ensure that as per what the audit report says, because some part of it, you see the recommendation is clear. They need to account for these funds. If they can't account for it, they go to jail. But interestingly, we're just playing with figures. We're playing with figures. And just before we take the next, I want to make a bit of clarity on the county tour. The county tour, I think, it is 1.6 million like $9,700. And 9,700, 9,700 plus US. But even at that, 6 days, you're using the kind of fund just to go across NIMBA, your own workplace. You're using this amount of fund. It is quite pathetic that over the years, while we keep crying behind Asla Meta, every day we're crying, you need to give us our money, you need to do this, you need to do that. Even the small ones that come in, our own people. And that's what Jomo Kenyatta said, power in the hands of black is a weapon against his people. So the few years our own people had to preserve all our resources, they milk it out. Imagine what 12 million would do, if we were very intentional on education and health deliverables. What we will achieve by this time. But today we say it is unaccounted for. And trust me, believe me, we will just stop. At the end of the day, there will be no accountability.
Thank you, Prentice.
Re-election.
Thank you. I found a way to put a slide on there so people can see. See you. Let's hear you. After that, we go to DK.
Alvin, before you come, I'm in the midst of something. Let me speak on this quick.
Yeah,
I will come back.
No, you can
yes.
Right.
Yeah. So Gio, I know that counted tour is in LD because I read most of the things this morning. I'm not morning person. You see me when you're saying morning, Benny, I will always refer to different person. I say no, me and money not good. Yeah, when money in my hand, I want to just spend it on something quick. But here is it. Doma said something about healthcare. Ambulance, like the car we use in Liberia for ambulance, the cost is around 45 to 50,000. Just say in our $600,000+, you need 9 ambulance in the 9 electoral districts. You're spending little over 400,000. Look, Another thing Doma said, somebody, Marvosin and other people are talking behind the scene here. Plenty of people. I told somebody to the inconvenience. You see audit report? You see audit report? Let me be clear here. People, what do you say? What do now? They turn 11, turn days. Yeah, Tico then has some kind of audit something. Like Wadier as a caucus secretary general sign for certain money. You ask Wadier today, that particular audit report, whether they swept it on the carpet or what, is still haunting Wadier. And you know what? Generation will come. Anytime Wadier want public thing, until the power that be support you, people will still pull out our audit report. And like I was saying when we started this discussion, sometimes people will just say, hey, my man, can't go sign for the chairman, then they give you full money in it. Those things, government will come and certain people will come, they will go after you. You know what those things can do? Your children, when they're seeking public office, people will pull that report that, oh yeah, your dad, your sister, and this, when they were managing our country money before, this, whether the child was part of it or not, they link you with that. But this particular one, the way we get a media institution, we're not living it. We'll be cutting it small every day. They even will do it for almost the whole year. Braga then can forget about it and go to the election and win elections. But this is affecting us. I just made that 600 plus thousand. I just said we can buy 9 ambulance for the 9 electoral district. That just for only half. There are places in Lima that don't have schools. And those people are rich that this, and even they get properties that land they have, that seize the land from them. This is so wrong. And Doma was saying we cry on Meta, oh, we demonstrate. Meta not doing this, Meta not. Let me tell you, somebody Raymond make a statement yesterday. Chairman P made a statement yesterday. I saw somebody on our post that now you know how people with clean record then and women. We can take them to the grave and grave them and put fire on them and burn them alive. But those criminals who some are even calling themselves deputy vice president. They steal our money, get letter to us, and they take to humanitarian. But when they were sitting home, they were not humanitarian. The moment you get their public office, they take to humanitarian. Look, we need radical actions. We need radical actions. That's why they need to come out. Move for beyond Colinas. We can get you the support.
Look at him, man.
This is, yeah, that money we're talking about, so the money we're talking, that similar money we're talking about, so divide our money per district. Give that money, get 100,000 to Qatar that already build bridges for Odin Buyao. And see what we'll do with 100,000 in Buyao, for example. We'll sit and those people get property. Those people making fun out of our money. Those people buying horses. They sending all their children to Uganda, Kenya, and the poor people who can elect the people.
Thank you, DK. DK, thank you. DK, thank you.
You say what?
You so scared of call name? Because the people name, man. Now you call Doma name, you tell them, man, leave a job and come to you supporting, but the people that you allege that is stealing, you want to call their name?
DK, thank you.
I just made reference to some Doma and Marvosin said, no other report, sometimes they can sweep it on the carpet because people are powerful. And one powerful man that has serious relationship with what they say to Silva Dona, I just mentioned his name. I say it can take years. And the bad part I said in anything that most of them are listening to is it can have impact on your innocent children.
Mhm.
When your children have one sick public officer to them say, oh, that your father stole our money. You know who they hate? You know who our people hate? The cook are there who can say that audit. And all know how the PSC position in election ended. That your Prince Joseph will be on that thing. He wanted people to steal money and bring it to him. That man you can call hero.
Thank you. Thank you, DK. Printers mentioned something here, and we are moving to that topic very shortly. The county administration, the county team. That thing you can call pre-financing. We'll dig inside it tonight and let you know how our money are being used in that direction. Veteran, before we come to you, let me give courtesy to my co-host, Afonso. Afonso, what say you on this discussion? We are very set for the next topic right now, the next point of discussion on this issue. Let's hear you, Chief.
Yeah, John, thank you. I just want to let my brother DK know this is if we're having to discuss the issue with investigation, I don't think we'll have solution to it. The only thing I need Rural Mafia said those powerful guys will sweep the thing, under the carpet and will not have anything to be done with it. After we are just on social media talking, and nothing going to happen. But let me say this. We got a long way to go. Those who feel they will steal the country money and nothing going to happen, they will not remain in power forever. But what's going to happen is they having properties in Liberia and out of Liberia. One day, if they cannot take these audit report very serious to vindicate themselves or to bring to justice the suffering Liberian taxpayer money they've been using on themselves to bring it back to the country, one day they're going to pay for it. And we are just waiting, we're just watching and thank God that maybe some of our democratic institutes in the country are functioning and trying to, show some of the discrepancy in society. As we are here reading them, we are documenting them. There will come a time where you will see even the Tabata ambassador, you will see the printers and other people who we share here will come out and say, okay, gentlemen, you know what we'll do? Let's get together and do this. And we'll do it. You know what happening in the Sahel now is people getting fed up with issues. So if people are fed up with issues, that's how people other leaders come about, using those kind of attitude on other people. But we're watching them, we're looking at them carefully. I don't know why they did. My regret is they did not even start from where, the time we had this county setting issues. From 2012, 2011, 2010, 2012, all the way to that time. Why they didn't have audit reports.
So the request
Alfonso was then 2018 to 2023. You are going to be massively, yeah.
The request was to have it go from 2014 to 2023. So they did the first one. So it's still the GSC has a huh?
No, see your comment. I know the last audit it cover up to I think 2011, 2012.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
the last audit cover that point. Let us wait and see that particular audit report come, and then we'll also look at it and see the gaps.
That report has been out. That report came out. The report came out in 2013, I'm sure. 2013, the report came out, and nothing was done about that report.
So that's why I reference it. We are seeing multiple audit reports regarding the utilization of our county and social development funds, and there is no push to implementing the recommendation contained in the report.
Now, we will be talking to printers now. Those are the very politicians that you guys in Liberia are always behind supporting. These are the very people that other
I mean,
people.
you only my man printed here tonight. Only my man printed. I printed that part of the report.
Yeah, my brother Ahmad Brooks and other
Alfonso-
people, they will support those politicians there in Liberia at the end of the day. When all the report come, the only thing is we just start now going in our own political, barrier to start defending, to start pushing the
So,
ideology of those criminals. But what I want to say
Alfonso-
is this:
Alfonso,
Printers, you are a young man.
I don't regret my. I don't regret
No,
my.
I don't say you should regret, but what I'm saying
Because-
is, if
Yes, we didn't know how the name money was used. It is true our support now that we're getting to know.
yeah,
So
I'm
my
not saying
support-
I'm not saying you should regret your support. If you ever support anybody, I will not regret my support. But what I will do, I will be clear on my stand. If I feel I'm not corrupt, I will not be part of people who are corrupt. That's what I'm saying. So if you are supporting somebody who is corrupt, you have to leave from
Thank
there
you.
and let the
Thank you,
public.
Alfonso. Alfonso, we still have to go to another part of the report here tonight. Thank you very much on this issue. CEO, are you ready to come in now, or we should go to Veteran Matheson?
Let me come in. My own is not long. Again, as I
Mhm.
previously said, my point is mostly with District 5. But here's what I would say though. I heard printers say that this thing will happen and nothing will happen. My own brother, Vet Matheson, also, he made something similar points, and Alfonso did the same thing, which I agree with them. They are saying this based on history. But here's what I can say though. We are in 2026. The world we live in now is different. Back in the days when the war started, I remember people used to call it normal day. The folks who fought during the war never thought that we're going to be where we are today. They did what they were supposed to do. They did all the bad things. And guess what? They are saying what happened. Today, what's his name? The former finance minister. He's going through what he's going through today. So Liberia is not the same. It's changing. For those who believe that it will continue to steal, milk the coffer, steal from our people, impoverish them, and say, oh, they are next to the power be, they are in power and stuff like that. They should be careful, because the world we live in is different now. And I can say for a fact that they might think they will go free because they are in leadership and things, but I don't believe so. There are several consequences that they will face. And I urge them to be careful. Those that are in power now, that are enjoying themselves, stealing, and say that nothing will happen to them. My person, I think you can agree to this. Things have changed. The global village we live in now have changed, and I still believe that there will come a day that they will be able to account for what they are doing, right? So I don't think it's going to be something that will go without it. Now, here's my point about this whole. Well, you want to say something?
Yes, CEO. The reason you see you say that is on our law there's something called statute of limit. Most of the time, unless the law can be reviewed after a given period, when a public servant leaves, if he or she is not caught on kind of on charges of corruption, I think it should be 10 years or 9. Every other thing they did, they can't be charged for it again.
Yeah, I agree. I'm speaking to you from an international perspective. What happened to Samuel Toy? The court in Liberia,
So CEO, before you come in with your thought there, the issue of statute of limitation is been misinterpreted. It goes different way from the way we consider it to be.
Yeah,
The crime that you commit.
let me finish.
Yeah, let with your thought. Let with your thought. Chief.
So what I'm trying to say is, the former finance minister, you see, the law system, the The criminal justice system did everything there, they did what they're supposed to do. But guess what? Right now, as we speak, he's still indicted by the U.S. government, right? So I'm speaking to you tonight from the international global perspective, right? You can do all you do over there, and then they free you. You say your statute of limitation has passed. One day you will want to do things. You want to interact with the international community. You will want to travel. You want to do things abroad. And trust me, brother, it will come back to haunt you. So people don't just live there. Everyone is interconnected now. So all those people that are doing that thing, printers, trust me, their hearts and minds are all overseas. They all want to do things over. You can steal all the money you got in Liberia. If you don't travel with it, if you don't do anything with it, we all know what happens. But now to my District 5. So 5 years, right? Straight with that auditing period, our district did not benefit anything. Nothing. They did not benefit. No one know where our monies are. They should be able to account for that money. And now people are now saying, Ben saying, Honorable Koga did not do anything. He did not do this. He did not do that. Now, this report will actually vindicate him because most of the development funds that were supposed to go to the district did not go. I was surprised when I saw that today. So my question is, where the people money at? Where the District 5 people money at? Our people have been suffering for so long, so many things. We've been taking advantage of nothing.
There was two counties sitting for that district.
What was that?
I said there was allocation made. Two counties sitting for that district.
Exactly. So, and they took the money in the report that it shows that it's unaccounted for. So that's my frustration. That's my main thing tonight. Everything else, like I said, we have a lot of people that will be bringing on here. Those who are experts in auditing, experts in this financial field, who have experience with working in Liberian government. But my take is District 5 people, the people stole your money for 5 straight years. Nobody know where the money is, and the people have to account for it. If they ain't account for that money, we will make sure we put that in District 5 and the people will bring our money.
Thank you. So while we go to Veteran Marvel Singh and Chris Silly to answer the first question, because of time, we would like to go fast with the discussion. Here is another point. If you read on this page, which is page 137 on the report, you will see payment without evidence of adequate supporting documents, meaning the money the county administration gave to companies and individuals that the county administration could not account for. Plenty of businesses we get in Nima, in the local man term. So many businesses that we got in Nima, they are implicated within this report. Marquin gas station in the report is called Marquin Business Center, headed by my own good big brother Adonis Melo. Go in the report to page 137. You will see it there. Now, veteran, the reason why we're putting this here is for those that are listening to us to not feel that we're taking these figures from the blue sky, and just telling them. We want you to see with your own eyes so that you will know what we are discussing here tonight. Printers mentioned about the county sports team. That if you read this segment of the report, for example, Nicora, let me start with Nicora. Full payment of Nicora for construction of Nima County radio station in Sanikole. 18,000 unaccounted for. That USD, not LD. All the money they are calling right now USD. This is Nicora. The people that are supposed to be the ones to hold leaders accountable. They are the one involved into this scandal. Oh yeah, I know who they involved into this. And if I'm triggered to call names here tonight, I will. Call names. Now let's go down. sometimes it is frustrating that people will just make up companies in our county start to divide money on them. Veteran, I want you to take a look at this because we're coming to you for you to have your take on this. Tua River Business Limited, that's the company name, which is the payee.
Ambassador Camp, 1 minute.
Are you there, Chief? You want to come in?
Ama, what is it?
So, Ama, before you come in, let me read this. Now, my queen, I beg you, Chief. My Queen AMD Incorporated. Now, part payment of liability for performing of Nima County team in the National County Sports Meet. Now, they received this money from the Central Bank, 22,000 United States dollars unaccounted for. This is my Queen. God's Willing Incorporated. Part payment for liability for pre-financing on Nima County team in the National County Sports Meet. 75,000 unaccounted for. Now, if you still go under again, you got to see people continuously appearing. My Queen, God's Willing, my Queen, God's Willing.
You got to make it clear, John, that the money now they ate and no record of it.
Yeah, the money they ate and no record of it. Let me say it that way.
Yeah,
money they ate. Money that they ate and no record of them. This is it. You've seen it there. Money they ate and no record of them. Now, you go again down. If you go down to the year of 2023, in the month of February, the 21st of February 2023, you will see my Queen financial arrear payment for pre-financing of 2021-2022 county meet. 199,000 unaccounted for. Then in the same 2021, the same month, the same day, the final arrear payment for pre-financing of 2022-2023 county meet. The check that was given to them, the number is 1510. 177,000 unaccounted for. Gentlemen, if you give money to a company, you're the financial people, and they are not accounting for this money, why do you keep going to them to do business? Why do you keep going to them to do business? My Queen in Nima and in Ganta, we call them the richest people. Our country money they play.
Can I come in 1 minute?
Okay, let's hear you, Chief. After you, we go to Veteran Marfa. Veteran, please hold a little bit.
Thank you. You know, people robbing the people of their phone in New Year. This is why they sit in Ganta there. Everything that they're doing, they register legal business to be exploiting the Nima people. Many of them that get a huge amount from the cover are directly Jungle Water. But you see, Jungle Water is on. But can talk about. You talk about them, meaning that you don't want in Nima. All of those incorporation, everything that is open.
Oh, they got.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Thank you. Go ahead, Chief.
Everything that is happening, all of those people there know, and is that today or tomorrow they are souped on the fool. When others come out, it will be worse than this because she has paid money from the Nima County cover more than past 5 superintendent combined. We are just seeing the list. We are seeing some people there. When you look at this thing, some of the homes are the people that you go sleeping. Is that a glass home or what? Is that setting suit? You travel for. And says it. Then you tell it the Liberian people that you spend 9,000 in the border and territorial boundaries of the Republic of Liberia. You spend 9,000. Where are you sleeping? So many of those things that when you see today that you have a county cover, they are paying high. When they take the money, they will go take it to their master person. And the master person that they have, the master person that when they take the money, they will go take it to their master person. And the master person.
The man struggling.
Yeah, that's the reason why I went to him. Veteran, let's hear you.
Well, thank you. I think the first thing I want to note before I can go any further is that audit reports are not guilty verdict. Some
Yes,
of the issues could be procedural error. Some of it could be misapplied figures and stuff like that. So
it's a step towards accountability.
good.
We use
It's
fresh
a step
preference as evidence.
towards accountability until there can be a probe by a court of competent jurisdiction and the approving guilty for certain things. I wouldn't want to cast an aspersion on anyone on that. But I want to just speak to what Avin was saying. While it's true that societies around the world are waking up, Liberia case is a sad one. Our youth, in particular, who's supposed to be the ears, the voice, and the power upon which our nation is built, are the ones who are being weaponized for the wrong reasons. And because of that, some of the reason that we found Kennedy electable and elect them are quite, pathetic. So the quality of leadership is yet to be defined, and the society, the Liberian society, quote unquote, the young people have become more attracted to handout than it is, something or anything tangible. Now, you proffer the twist scenario. Look, if TWE was to establish some political grouping for the re-election of President Baka, I'm sure tomorrow there wouldn't be any case against him. He will be a pure free man.
I was referring to the one that the indictment from the U.S. though.
No, but as a country, you wouldn't want for a foreign nation to police your society functionaries. They might see some, they could not see some, they might even skip the worst one. When the bigger countries are dealing with people, it's based on their own interest. It is not the interest of your citizen. There could be some breaking point with the CDC government for which they will want to damage them and make them very unpopular with the locals and make them lose election. That's a different whole issue when it comes to international politics. That's a different thing. Their actions and the actions are to their benefits, not to our benefits. So we should again, build that level of consciousness to be able to X-ray who becomes our leaders. Look at Farah case for an example. A legislator who's supposed to be making allotment, own schools, own clinics, hospitals, and how subsidies are defined to this entity, and how these subsidies are being used, very undefined. But yet, they are not corrupt. So I'm a team, in the wake of politics, in the wake of party sentiments, in the wake of re-elections, I can safely tell you that audit report will come, will be printed, audit reports will be published, but the real actions that will get to the meat of the audit reports will never be executed. And in the end, we all will join the wagon and start singing political songs. And the very people will become stake actors, will become the one to provide direction to our society. If you were to check the wealthy people in Liberia in contemporary time, you can't find one who is out of government, who will tell you, look, when I was coming to government, this is my wealth. And leaving government, this is my wealth. You will not find it. So they are all people who come to state power and use their influence, amass wealth, and just use a fraction of that wealth to cajole the youth into believing that they are the perfect people. I bet you, if you were to post Snow and Tiawan Gonglo here today, nobody cares for Tiawan Gonglo because Tiawan has some sense of conscience. Snow doesn't have. But on the flip side, when it comes to dishing out cash to young people, Snow is more the guy who does that. So he's more like a humanitarian to the young people, to the poor people. So it's like we take from you, we keep you hungry, we gave you a piece of it, and you sing for us. So that's exactly what's happening in Liberia. So to discuss some of these things, it hurts me to even take my time and read through voluminous documents, especially when I should be dedicating my precious time to something else that will give me a benefit, personal benefits. Because in the end, even those of us who hear and looking at those numbers and talking about it, you become hated by your own peers. You know, it's either like some of us, it's either we undermining the government that we are attached to. And it's sad. Look at that Chris Dubenya. If we should look at his international records, and we should look at his first team, who would have believed that those will be the first group of people that Baka will exit out of his government? On what count? On what records? Those people, society finds them critical. Because of course he will not dedicate his time to research and get a patent, and you want him to use that money as others are using it because their wealth has no definite source. And that's the society we find ourselves in. That's the Liberia we have today. I mean, worse is yet to happen. Moving forward, you know, gracefully, society like Nigeria, the young people are waking up. But as other countries around us, the youth are waking up, that's when the youth of our country are more in bed. More. I listen to people when BKS publish opinion pool.
The pool, yeah.
Yeah, just opinion pool. The sources of the information is right there. People do they, and people make their opinion. Somebody tabulated the numbers and put forth, this is what happened. I mean, people went a rage. A lot. You know, my man, you people should know better. You're saying that the entity now becomes CDC entity. Amen. That's the reasoning you're talking about. That's the level of reasoning you want us to discuss. So look, I can tell you in a certain terms that we're here, we'll hurt our heads on it, we'll talk about it, but ain't going nowhere. But one of the thing is like the Gilman say, when you hold the rope hold the bush.
Yeah.
There's some little people who wouldn't even develop that level of bravery to say, I will do this. If you see them do it, there's something, you know, they're depending on. And interestingly, everybody, apart from the say Musa, uh, Nelson Kokwe, most of the actors that the report reference are all in government. Bulk of them. Bulk of them. And I'm saying it with no malice, no hatred for anybody, because I believe, I can recall Lincoln Toway was one person who was always writing there got to be an audit of the DMAS money. But you conduct audit, and so what? You put report up, and so what?
Speaking of Lincoln, he's going to be our guest on Wednesday.
And so what? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Look, like Tiawan said, to run an effective governance that will tackle corruption, there got to be periodic lifestyle audit. Because the Bafferson David, man, you don't have any money. Nobody knows you. You get one opportunity, but you're building a house that is more than 200,000-300,000. Do I need to conduct an audit to know that the whole building of that house is scanty? I work for 100K a year. But I'm not able to build some of the houses those boys got in the country. I'm not able. Because I must maintain my family. I must make sure my children in good schools. And you know what it is here. If you tabulate all my expenses and let's say from that 100K a year, nothing leave.
Thank you. That's the sad part of our society.
Nothing leave. But yet, someone who has never worked in their life, never, or if they have had any piece of job, their monthly salary, in fact, their annual salary has never reached $12,000. But this person takes on, national leadership position, and in a space of 8 months to a year, they have erected $200,000 and some more home. And then we say, yeah, the guy's doing better. Damn, let's see the house they bought built. And it's all something that people, and if you even look at their lifestyle, apart from the houses they build, reckless. And they have to support it. And it's coming from the same salary. But our same salary is alive and doing big things. So sometimes when I look at the work I do, the money I get, and I'm my wife is working also, and I look at my own activities, I always ask myself, what is it that I'm doing differently? So as a result, if we were to talk about agriculture, healthcare, if you were to talk about anything, any skill development for a young man to involve himself with or herself with, that will develop their own human capacity to be able to do something, no way. Either somebody is looking for a politician to throw their bag, or to praise him, or to do certain things, because people want that level of connection to excel, even if they are not ready to excel.
Thank you.
And so it's sad. So we talk about audit, whether football, whether this, I believe McQueen, offered his service to the government for which he was paid. He was not paying himself. There were people who paid him, and there must be a reason for which his company was paid. And if it gets to legality, at least, those reasons will be laid out squarely and people will get to know. But if you dig plenty things will put out plenty things. And people who sit at the level to make plenty things, to put out plenty things, will not dig plenty things. They will be swept under the carpet, and the rest will be history. Thank you.
Thank you. So I just mentioned McQueen as one of the many people or many businesses or companies that receive money from the county administration. The Great Jungle Water Group of Investment, they are also within the report. All of them. There were companies that were created last week, let me say, and this week, they got contract from the county administration.
No, so to clarify, right? To clarify to what Marvelson said, and to buttress your point as well. The reason you are mentioning that is not because they performed tasks and they did what they were supposed to do, and you just decided to mention it. You are mentioning them because they are in the audit, and the numbers, the figures that they have gathered there, falls under the section that says unaccounted for. So no documentation to prove the money that was given to them at that time, and no document to prove they performed tasks that weren't that amount of money. So that's what the question is. So we were mentioning them because
what we can do to also afford the entities the opportunity for them to come on here and then also give their own side of the story, because it could also happen that they perform the tax, but again the issue of documentation at the county administration could be another issue, because they also have a reputation to protect.
Yeah, I think what could be happening, because to the best of my knowledge, you just don't give contract out to people. All right, there could be an open bid, there will be bidding, and it must subscribe to PPCC procedures and regulations. So if you skip some of these procedures as called for by law, now it could be flagged out in the other reports, because the county will develop the terms of reference, of the sport management thing, and there will be a clear things that they are supposed to accomplish. Which one of those happens to be winning the call for us, and it comes with a price, it comes with a cost. But if your management team selection process, especially one that has to do with, a contract that the county will pay or that the government will pay for through the county, it must go through, the requisite procedure. So some of those things, that what I said, audit is not necessarily a guilty verdict, because some of it could be procedural error, and in the probe they could rectify some of the procedural errors and back them by proper documentations, and that would be addressed.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
I wouldn't want us to but I just
Thank
know
you.
that
So,
Thank
Joe, 1 second. So even though it's not a guilty verdict, but audit is not rumor either, right? So to Prince's point, before they conduct audit, a professional one, the people that are involved are always contacted. They do interviews, they contact them, they ask them questions. So all these things, the auditor will not just get and just grab something and say, for example, Mark Queen, and just drop them. No, they have reached out to them. They are supposed to conduct interview. They'll reach out to them and everything. So when they don't respond with the required document, what they need, that's when they start stating it was accounted for. But again, I'll stop there. Gino, you can take over to the other.
Thank you very much. Again, veteran, that's why I asked the question previously. Will the government use this to indict those people who have been accused? Because this is a step towards, and you answered the question earlier. You said it will be difficult. You're not doubting the fact that the government will not do it, but it will be difficult. But me, I want to be bold here tonight. Veteran, all of us see the country me with jubilate. Have you one day sit down and say, what are we benefiting financially?
Yeah.
Because if you're putting investment into something, there must be a return. If you're spending over 200,000 United States dollars on county meat, then tell me now, when you win a cup, how much is inside? The next topic we're going to hear after this is the issue of the abandoned projects. This is where I'm going to go after Superintendent Kono. But Alfonso, I don't know whether you have spoken on this issue. If not, you can do that, and then we move to the next topic very quickly.
Let's move to the next topic, my brother.
Thank you.
You want to talk about we got to protest over man.
After the next topic, he said,
I wanted to say something, Joe. We're leaving the other report going to project.
No, the project report.
The project is part of the
The
report.
part of the
Chief.
report. So then we go into the other part of the report that talk about abandoned project. I think we will start to engage on more your issues. So let's
Yeah,
But
man.
but the other report say there's all of these supposedly of what would I say, accused misappropriation and all of that is indeed responsible for some of the abandoned project, because no money, you can't continue project. So I think the meat of the discussion is just the other reports.
Yeah, so
The other
if
report, then the
you
people still won't go to the court. Yeah.
yes,
It's a subject.
Tabitha Ambassador, if you are there, Chief, welcome. I don't know.
Let a man come in. The man back in and out. The man wants to say
Yeah,
you are muted, dude.
you are muted.
Hello?
Yeah,
When
go
I
ahead,
met
Chief.
coming,
Yeah,
he needs to tell the superintendent thank you.
Yeah,
At
getting
least
me?
after
Yeah,
more
we
than
get
10
you.
yes,
years,
sir.
we're having other report and we get to know how
Thank
the
you.
business going. But
It's a good thing I found the other report from this morning. You know, my brother, Doma, myself, were honestly post on a post. But the thing is, I will encourage my dear good friend, Mr. Doma. The courage you have now, I don't know you had the same courage. Is within a who is not in the position. But my dear brother, the same courage to come out I bravely. mean, that discussion I affecting the To country and leave Domamba. I come in. DK, you just about
So
Gio, you just about affecting people. no, 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 no. Nina in the other report. No, 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 no. DK, don't do that. DK, you just about Doma to leave a position. You move here for here. Yeah. So do it, do you not about here, Gio? Don't do that. When call on the other report can would discuss it. That discussion one on ground now. We're not talking about don't just DK, when you're talking about topic. No, no, no. DK, when you're talking about Princeton moving beyond,
People watching.
moving beyond, Corina Kua here right now, we never talk about it.
so
Why you got an issue with me when I make my comment, DK? Don't do that. I beg you, people. However, let me go to my point. There's an issue, right, CEO? The reason I'm saying this because those same people in the position to do corrupting the country, some of our young people are ashamed for them. When we have the courage tomorrow to discuss all the report against those people, is where my issue coming from. So we don't support corruption. We have been one of those that we criticize this process. And today is out today. But again, will it be implemented? The question is, will it be implemented? No. For example, look at Superintendent Dokopo, who is a darling brother to the VP. Will there be anything to be taken against those people? This is a political show way. They just did this and say, okay, all these CC people say with CC regime. That's all. Trust me, every year I tell you, they will go nowhere. They will die on the power. Today, when the leadership is brave to look at Dokopo and put the kid up to the Nima, it will never happen. When we get to the tune show, what would be around the bush yet? You see the people say, look at Dokopo going jail for a lifetime, all the people that kill the seas. It will not work. So there's hope. There's hope on the report. They just a political say I want to show to the public that the previous government was corrupt. That's what we're doing. Don't put them in play now because those people serve in a position that makes news about folks in Nima. They're not dying with the VP. They're not dying with this government. With every political way to prosecute those people, it will never happen. So they'll only be suggested justice. Maybe they'll document one or two type of question for them to go to Nelson Kwakwe. They'll go to Nelson Kwakwe for the king tomorrow. So they will look at the whole entire report.
Just to add on to you, at Thailand State administration, if they carry on the investigation, Unity Party people will be entitled.
But again, on the other hand, as my dear brother preacher I told him today, I found out that made a point here. Even the next report it will be bad than ever. Because our country money are very new, I can accountability. Without procedures, standard procedures in the country, veteran yourself in the country, we can administrative procedures. Today, people serve in the country, they don't go by permission procedures. They standard, they don't go by it. Because they have connections in the behind, they just do anything to do in that country. You see what we're going today? The poor is there in my own home. They clean up a bit of Tigo, do Tigo regime. That kind of base there. I will benefit from that money? No. See them when I'm going today. We talk around. Still, about 7 million plus that are gone. Why? Because all the poor children there who working to go to school. Why? Because the poor children there who don't have medical treatment. Women dying on the road of their road. The yellow machine that was bought in that place. All they go to the yellow machine there. The road. I saw you report it. Go to the yellow machine there. The money that was used on that report. The yellow machine was there. The yellow machine that the face around there, the face of the road that will maintain the main road from Ganta to Sparata or to branch there that they'll put on that road. The people is there benefited. We never benefit the process. But where's that money today? So see, all the thing is, I will therefore call on President Boga to get the library anti-corruption from the commission, the political will. Give the political will to implement. We just need a political will to implement the process. That's all we
Thank
need.
you.
Thank
We
you,
didn't
Chief.
see that just no. The only
Thank
thing
you.
we need now to prosecute those people is political will. And I'll call President Boga and your supporter. I'm
Thank
not
you.
a supporter. But give the people political will. The document can go beyond bar. I'm not a people serious. The document can be prosecuted. I'm not serious. The
Thank
document
you.
can be prosecuted. Go after Nelson Kokwe.
Amen.
I will not support the process. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
thank you,
That's
boss.
again, everybody have their opinion on the issue.
Ah, Grace, you
For
want to say
me,
what?
for me, I don't want to be selective with the thought here. Now, this is the
Jia,
final.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
I have a
so
point.
Neil,
Jia, I have a point. 1 second, sorry. Yeah, Toma and Kami,
I
when
get one.
we discussing, yeah, the thing about corruption, business in Labrador, everybody want to protect their own side. It can just be hurting everybody. Whether it's job, anybody that told that money, they need to be behind bar.
Exactly. I
What
agree
we
with
are
you.
talking about whether that job that is. Just start making people mad here.
Thank you. Thank you,
So
DK.
Neil,
We are trying our very best. Printers, before you come in, we'll start with you in the next discussion. So I beg you, just hold on, you respond to everything. We are going to
yeah,
the final discussion here. Like we said, we have a whole week to discuss this issue. So we pick at least 4 points to discuss here tonight. The abandoned projects. Now, I want to put this on the screen. This is the uncompleted and abandoned projects. You're seeing it there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the period in review. You will see the project. You will see those are supposed to implement the project. You will also see the location of the project. You will see the district of the project. And then you will see the cost of the project. Gentlemen, government is continuity. Now, the first project you will see over there is construction of mini bridge, and it's in Benga Administrative District, which is located between in Jacobtown in Ganta City. Now, this project costs $20,000. Why is it that the current county administration couldn't start with those projects? I think I'm having a feedback.
Yeah, somebody. Let's see.
Okay, I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay now. Why is it that this current county administration couldn't start with those projects? They went on and started implementing their own project. A little over 8 projects have been abandoned in the county and uncompleted. The county administration, when the Auditor General asked them for their response to this, they said they acknowledged the report, but the project was initiated before 2024. With that, they are going after the contractors so that they can see how best they have set up a project management unit to go after the contractors so that they will be able to implement those projects. Gentlemen, recently we were talking about police commander resident bedroom in Nima County. You got the disabled committee project in San Nicolas that is not completed according to the report. You got a mini bridge in Bengal, Jacobtown. Other projects, 8. But we're going after different projects to complete them. Is this the continuity in government that democracy speak of? What should be done in this direction? And this is our last point here before we call it a night for tonight. I want to start with you, Prentice, when I will go to the co-host of FAMSO. Prentice, let's hear you on this.
Yes, Jenny, I think there's one thing from the onset of this very conversation that I encourage all of us to engage this conversation with, and that is an open mind. And because I follow my ally and my own good brother, Amma, and you can tell Amma came with a fist, and Amma came all out to fight. Just the normal UP Unity Party fight. Similar thing with my brother Chris City. And for me, the kind of conversations, I like to step back a bit and go beyond the normal political lines that divide us. That's why tonight when I came on, I was blown about any possibility of recommendations in the audit report being implemented. And I was clear to say to you, a lot of the people name mentioned, because of the dominance of Unity Party and the MDR in Limba, and our attachment to our own government, I see it most likely not possible. That's my honest fact. It goes beyond the normal CDC Unity Party fight. So if we have a report as damaging as it is, period that the former superintendent Doug Cooper served, and the period that Nelson Coker and others served, and my brother Chris City, Amma Brooks, they coming on, instead of us tackling the report as a concern for the people of Nimba, they want to tie it to certain people, and then probably their political lane, then we undermine the actual essence of our discussion. I know that me and Chris, we had a very public disagreement where I acknowledged the current county leadership role play, and Chris said, no, we don't have to do so. But Chris, yes, the Supreme Audit Body has a statutory right to carry on compliance, finance, or procedure audit. But they always cite excuses until or unless there is a call from the head of these entities that are audited, then audit gets to go on. For more than 10 years, that's a whole lot in our own lifetime that we have not seen Nimba County administration being audited for as far back as we can even remember. So when we see it, the discussion about implementation could be another one for another day, but for the fact that there's a step taken towards accountability, let's be honest about it. Let's give credit to those who deserve it. As simple as that. So now to the question asked.
I think it's the abandoned project.
Yes. So the abandoned project. First, that you see from the report, it is clear that the issue of documentation is one major problem. See the amount, if I undocumented record account for, we're talking about 12 million United States data. We're talking about 5 million Liberian data. And you don't expect a county leadership, I guess, take over the goal about, okay, we just want to see where projects are. So this is at least with documentation now on hand, if the leadership that, look, there is project this era that remains incomplete. But in the absence of this,
so Prentice, are you saying, Prentice, let me ask you this. Are you saying that this current county administration didn't know about those uncompleted projects?
I don't want to speak for them, but the record that we're seeing tonight,
So okay,
Yes,
let's not be definite now, because you are not sure. You are not sure that
yes, sir.
you were coming. I beg you. You are not very sure that the county administration didn't have information about this project, and you want to presume that the audit report brought out those projects. So let's engage the issue, like you said, with open mind, with the documents we have, and I want us to go back, printers. Before audit report can come out, there are documents presented. Any turnover, they can give you documents. So if and only if Nelson Kwakwa did a turnover to Superintendent Koumiape Gono, and those projects were not mentioned as uncompleted projects within the report, she should address the issue. Let the NIMA people know.
So that would be a point for county authority to clear. I am saying
Okay,
to you,
go ahead.
the GS report establishes huge information gap. That's why you see us talking what we're saying today. Because on this other front, you see not sufficient data or not no information to establish that. On projects, you have limited information to establish real facts. So that would be something. And again, if the county leadership were going to take additional money to say, okay, we're going to follow this record to make sure we track on incomplete project, it becomes another issue again for us. So for me, it's good that we now have it on record. We have projects across the county on record. Our next point of discussion and advocacy could be, let's talk to the county administration to complete the projects, because the NIMBA people money have already been invested in them and they lie in room. So they can complete them, because those projects were derived out of county city, which consider larger number of our community other than just the 9-man council that we have now. So that is just my own take on that.
Thank
But
you very much.
Doma, there's a twist today, Gio. In the project, the incomplete project, they say all payment was done.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
if all payment was done for the project, you go for the contractor.
Yeah, so that's why Junior read the county administration's position on this. You go for the contractors, and the county administration has already stated that clearly. Thank you for bringing that part up. That was one thing that I left out.
Yeah, because if the project was then paid for in full, the current administration don't have to do anything with that. Go for the contractor because they are already paid. That you want us to double pay for the project, Gio? Is that your argument?
No. My question is, why are they not going for the contractor? These people have been in power for
No,
the
your
past.
first question was the county administration government is continuity. The government has abandoned that, they undertaking different projects. The
Exactly.
lapses on the current administration is they are not, maybe they don't have the information that the audit report reveal.
Okay.
But if the information that the audit report reveal, they can go after them.
TK, this is where I want to disagree with you. If government is continuative, there was a turnover report given to this administration by Nelson Kwakwa.
Yeah.
Camille, if you follow that, right? And some of these projects, these are projects that is situated right within Sanikole, like the disabled community project. The county administration is based in Sanikole. The disabled project is within Sanikole. So you want to tell me that the county administration have never heard of this project before, even if there were no documentation to them?
Now, I come in. When they say government is continuity, privilege to conclude, I come in there. The continuity cannot be done in a vacuum. There is continuity because
no, but it's not a vacuum now. When you say vacuum,
I will let you learn.
Let me make some clarity. Let me make some clarity. Like the CEO said, audit is not conducted from the blue sky. There are documentation presented. So
yeah,
if
you're talking about audit, right?
No,
let's leave the audit. We'll come to that later.
Let me lay the premise. Premise. So if the past administration can go before the auditors and present documentation Are you telling us here tonight that they didn't give those reports to the current county administration?
Well,
Is that what you trying to say?
that question is not in you and I place to answer.
Do you
Because
expect him to
the
answer
mere
that?
fact is that you haven't seen a Nelson's corporate turnover note. And then, because if you look at the other report, parts that you have read, there were some contracts that were given without any, contract document. There's nothing there to show that they were giving contracts to people. Now, if the audit report is revealing that, Cole is not just a magician to say, okay, the other project was, started by the county administration, so I got to, move forward on that. And again, how are you moving forward on that? Because contract that before you even pay for a contract in full, the project might have been completed. You might have conducted assessment to show that the implementation agrees with the bill of quantity. Then you can be able to commission payment. Okay, but you pay for the project in full, but the project is halfway. How do you expect the new administration to move on with that? So they will. If I were in your shoe, I wouldn't move on with that. I wouldn't do anything. The only thing we'll commission an audit so that we understand the sources of some of those things, establish a clear record, and even establish the fact that they are projects that belong to the county. Now, moving forward, after this audit and moving forward, if she doesn't move to complete the project, then you will talk about that continuity. But as it was, you really didn't expect her to move in and put the county's money there on project that has already been paid. So the question now is to the former superintendent: on what basis, on what ground did you make full payment of these projects? Those has to be established first and foremost. If not, you can't have how to move forward with.
Mafasi, I have to respectfully disagree with you on that. I think Junior's point is, you and I, we know how things work. When you're working on a project, when you're taking on leadership, the mantle of any leadership, we are taking on office, they turn things over to you, right?
Have you seen the turnover note to know that the project is included?
Do you know that she's turning over? You don't know either. So both of us don't know. We are going off the audit report. So when I'm Mafasi, so who signed off this audit report? It was Cole. It was made to her. So she signed off it. And like I said, from an accounting standpoint, from an accounting vantage point, when you are conducting audit, it's not done in vacuum. The SOOP was involved deeply with this audit. She was interviewed. She was talked to. The folks who had their name in there, they were all interviewed. So here's Junior's point, right? He's not saying that, the SOOP or the current leadership should take money and start repaying and start redoing the project. You set priority, right? When you go, you see projects that are already in the making. And you know very well that this project were ordered. And we're all assuming that she knew about it, right? Because if she didn't know about it, she would have said that in the report.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? If she didn't know about it, I was saying, come on now, we all can something. She would have said that clearly. When I took over, I was not aware of these projects to exonerate her from audit. We're talking about audit. So she knew about it at some point in time. So she should have taken this project to be prioritize them, right? Talked about them, try to investigate.
You saying different thing, girl.
You saying different thing.
Yeah, girl, you saying different thing. Okay, so I said, girl, you took over from me. I pay for Mutual Public School in full. The Mutual Public School is in ring. Without any investigation, you jump to go complete Mutual Public School.
How long you been in power? How long you took office?
No. It's not how long. This is what the investigation. The first thing before you do anything, there should be investigation establishing why the thing is in ring.
How long has she been in power? How long she?
So you can't do that without an audit.
Oh.
No, you can't do that without an audit. You want that one project to be paid for 3 times? You want that one project to be paid for 3 times?
DK are coming. assuming without admitting, right, that the project has been paid for, because this is our point now, and you saying that she didn't know that these projects have been paid for. So why couldn't she go to complete them if she didn't know they were paid for? That she was waiting for audit report before going to them.
I think why should I
I think you guys are misunderstanding the whole thing. There's a project in Ganta. There might be a leeway that say the project is incomplete. Why not the project being incomplete? There might be investigation first.
Yeah, I'm
So
getting.
Tina,
I'm getting.
just join up on that.
Okay, gentlemen.
I'm getting the point. I think.
Your leak call out of it.
I think the point they're raising, I'm understanding it. When Tico took over, there were a lot of projects that government paid for that were incomplete. And the first move was to launch an investigation why these projects are incomplete.
That's exactly what
And then he made some arrests of people who took government money and did not complete projects. And I think, but again,
so my boss, hold on 1 second.
I'm coming now.
When we're trying to push forward.
Again, Tico took over from Copper Market. And if you were to sit in the office Tico sat in, you will see the paper trail because I sat in that office. And when Tico left, the Dokupo took over, and then I took over from Dokupo. So when you look at the paper trail, you can see how it went.
So there was a disconnect.
Now,
I didn't say it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You don't have to speak for me. you don't have to speak for me.
You want to something about that.
Now, the question here is, because you can't just beat on call altogether. The question here is, I did not see, I was not privileged to have seen Kwakwai's turnover note. Because even Kwakwai, the development superintendent, the fiscal superintendent, everybody were indicted in our audit. And for the fact that the audit is saying there were projects that were granted without any formal procedure, no regard to documentation and contracting whatsoever, then it puts called in a difficult position. Because if it was gentlemanly done, then only audit can reveal that. And
you can't say that.
And that's where we are.
Yeah, you can't say that because you don't know for fact.
I'm saying if it was gentlemanly done, because the audit stated it.
So the ones that are gentlemanly done, we are not speaking of them. We are speaking of projects that were paid for, right? So like you said, when Tico took over that time, I remember the clinic in Bois. That clinic in Bois, Elders, Clown Chief, and Paramount Chief were jailed for that clinic in Bois. They were jailed for that. Now, you don't wait for audit report. I come your printers. Printers are coming.
Kwakwai, get out one more than people, man.
I come now. So wait, you don't wait for audit report. Printers, before you come in. Printers, before you come here, I beg you, let me say this. You don't wait for audit report to take accountability for your own work that you're supposed to do. The superintendent oversees the government activities across the county. Now, if you appear, even by rumors, you hear that, the government was undertaking XYZ project here, but they didn't complete it. And this project is very important to us. For example, the Disabled Community Headquarters in Sanicole. That's not a secret project. So you telling me that Superintendent Kowu? You want to tell me that Superintendent Kowu are waiting because, okay, let's assuming without admitting that, Nelson Kwakwai didn't give her document that, link that project to the county administration. But people didn't tell her from the blue sky. If that's the case, it means she's not working. It means she's not working. One of the things that the audit report revealed is that our county administration do not have any IT. They do not have any computer literacy. No office for that. So all the projects were written on paper. during the days of Veteran Maverson, other than that thing they were doing, that pen and paper they would take, they write, and then they conclude that report. During the days of Veteran Tico Tole Yole, they would take pen and paper, they write.
What was that blue pen used to use a red pen?
Most of
So
them,
at the end result, the
most of them
document
were
can get
using
missing.
flat. Most of them
No,
were
but
using
Princess Vic come in there. On a serious note, though, my saying, if for me,
You know,
if
I think
I had that opportunity,
expected that digitalized, which is the fact, and that is not just unique to Nimba. It's a major problem for most part of Liberia. Just few people in Monrovia, even Monrovia, you see plenty of
just
people.
saying the
A
national
lot of
government.
citizens,
yeah,
not digitalized.
yeah.
So that's not just
Look,
unique to
my saying to what I was trying to say was, if I were in that shoes, what I would have done was to do something similar to what Tico did, right? Again, we can't say that for a fact that Mr. Kwekwe didn't, also Honorable Kwekwe didn't turn over proper note, or he didn't let the current administration know that there was projects being done. But if I were taking over in that regard, I'll first ask what are the projects that have been undertaken here, that are in progress, and then look into that. Now, if you realize that they pay for the project and they're not completed, then it's on you now. It's the onus is on the current administration to go after those people, the contractor, to say why you guys haven't completed this project. So that's my point. It's not like we are beating on her. It's more of
Look, I mean, it's difficult when you don't have people who have the technical expertise in a space to do certain things, because the project must have its roots. Okay, from announcement of bid to build application to build assessment and to granting contract, and contracting should be done both with the representation of the government legal system and all of that. If a project goes through that cycle, that life cycles of the project, then of course the paper trail will be there. So when you're taking seat, you're not going to the community to be asking people what's been going on here. No, you just digging in documents to read. I remember when I talked to you, it took me like 2-3 days, to read virtually every file that I saw there, at least to give myself some foundational understanding of how the office works. And that's how it is.
Yeah.
And presidential appointment is not like the way you apply for job to Vanguard, and when you're taking over, you got that.
Don't minute after me.
You got to have one by one something. It's just a bucket, core of responsibilities that you're going to go through. So when you sit down, the document trail is what they call continuity in government. It's not just the office. So if the trail is not telling you anything substantive, you cannot be able to effect an arrest for anything. You can't go after anything. I've always told you, Tico did it because Tico succeeded somebody. There were documents you could reference.
Tico had a will. He wanted, no one can even doubt that.
Of course. A young man, progressive young man like that, you think he's going to turn his own character when he knows his future is beyond development superintendent?
Marfasin, Tico succeeded because Mr. Marker had worked international organizations, worked in South Africa and everywhere. So there was documentation.
No,
when you take over without any documentation, hold on. Take emotion out of this. Take emotion out of this, John. You can't. When it comes to project, you don't, John. We will beat all call when our audit report come up. You can't hold call.
Did you read the 2011 audit report? Did you read the 2011-2012 audit report?
What did the audit report say?
Now you see, you never read a report. The report itself. Printer want to say something. The report 2012-2011, that report is similar to this particular report that we have today with uncompleted project. There were how you call him, the former development superintendent, stand on and went after those people.
Tico.
So
Tico.
hold on, Gio, hold on 1 second, Gio, hold on 1 second. When the report you're talking about that Tico stay on, when was it released? And when Tico took office?
2012.
Okay, so yes, a difference. Gio, hold on. Yes, a difference. Before Tico took over development superintendent for Nima, Tico was assistant minister, special assistant to the internal affairs minister.
Yeah.
Tico had knowledge of where he was going.
Yeah, knowledge.
So stop that.
Oh, but what is
So
different?
stop that.
Is that
No,
on-
there is not different there.
Avi, Tico was going to Nima. Tico was going to Nima from the headquarters of the local government for internal affairs. So all the superintendent across Liberia were reporting to Tico boss as special assistant. Tico had knowledge. Avi, when you go to institution without proper onboarding, without proper implementation, without any documentation, you walk in the trap until there's audit.
So
would I agree with you on that, TJ?
No
Would I
knowledge.
agree with you on
Yeah.
TJ?
Project.
Young,
Let's take it.
Okay,
Hold on, man. Hold on one
let's
second, guys.
continue.
Yeah, hold on. We've been here for a long time. And 1 second, guys. So
our
this
first,
entire week, printers, 1 second. This entire week was devoted to this audit. I have contacted a few guys who will be on there from Tuesday all the way to Sunday. We'll be discussing the audit. We'll be breaking it down. Here's what I would say to all of us. Let's do this so we can try to call it a night. Here are the facts, and these are not undisputed facts. It's based off the audit report. 2.5 million of the money that went on supported document expenditure. And then you have 735,624 abandoned, incompleted projects. You have 444,100 unsupported payments to institutions. And then few procurement discrepancy, we have 137,000. The first one was 2.5 million amount. That's the amount that was in the report, or that is in the report, that has to do with unsupported expenditures. Those are facts. That one you can't say John Doe, Peter say, all that one. So I want us to give our take on that. What's your honest take? Like Printer said from the start there, he came in, Printer and Mafferson said the same thing without being biased, without having their political hat on, speaking as Nimbayans, speaking of Liberians. What's your say on this? What's your take on this? I think we should close on this, and then we'll come back, because we'll keep going back and forth. It's emotional, to be honest, I get all sides. It hurts. Everyone here, we all agree to it. You got few people who are, enjoying themselves. Marvin, one thing I would say before I have you guys go here, in as much as I hate to admit it, the men are sitting there laughing at us. They leave the men cause no, they ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, let the men talk. When they talk, they get tired. What men are doing, because they are next to the power. They are enjoying. They're sitting places right now, watching. Some of them will be laughing. Say the men when they talk.
And then the man tired, they'll go push their cartoon.
When they get tired, they'll go clean a poo and they'll push their cartoon. The man are causing us. So that's the sad part. But it's on us. That's our responsibility. We'll be able to talk and we'll be able to explain. So I understand emotion from all parties. So these are facts. I want us to discuss this in our closing statement, and then we'll be back again tomorrow. And throughout the week, we'll bring all the parties on here. And anyone else who wants to come on to open up and clear their side, they can come. That's why we're here. So that's my take there. The numbers are there, the facts are there. $2.5 million unsupported expenditure. You got 735,000 abandoned, incomplete project. 444,000 unsupported payment to institutions, different with funny names. And they got a few procurement discrepancy, $137,000.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. I think John. Okay, thank you. CEO, I just wondered, we were discussing the issue, and you want us, because we are still on here, we have to go back. We have to go to where we come from. For me, I had to go to where I come from, from somewhere. So I had to go there back. So let me say this.
where you come from?
My brother, my man will tell that in be honest. My brother Chris, while you're talking about political will when it comes to justice system, I want to let him know that we don't want for the executive to overshadow the judicial system of our country. So the issue of political will for to audit report. I think it's already there because the government got the prosecuting arm to do all of their fact checking and see who they can prosecute. So the political will is already there. Unless those guys who are responsible in the judicial system to do this thing are not working there, I think we can push for change in that. So it's not something that the president will say, okay, because the mayor is killed all this, the other report say this, so you grab them and put them behind bar. Then we again will still come here and say the president act beyond, or in acted like they acted like that. So we can be caught in that. But let's say this. I think me just say repeatedly, Bro Mafosi and printers continue to say nothing going to happen. But let me just remain on this stand to say this. That in as much as people are saying nothing going to happen because of the previous stand that they are taking, doesn't mean that nothing going to happen.
I agree with you.
Something going to happen, but the one that is about to happen, it will be very massive and dangerous to all of them that they are involved in this report or in this report in Liberia, that their names are involved and they feel that nothing going to happen because it's happened in the past and nothing happened and nothing going to happen. They will have the set to be to be blamed. We're watching them carefully. So, Bro Mafosi, whether nothing going to happen, we're yet to see. Thank you very much.
I told you, Mabasi, I said something will happen. Mabasi said that will happen. But that's a great point there. That's why I agree with you. I agree with you. I honestly think something's gonna happen. If it's not in Liberia, I think they will be held accountable somewhere, somehow. Because just see that.
Okay.
Thank you. So let go to printers because the network is giving problem. Let's give him the privilege so he can make his point on this and the party statement too as well. Printers, welcome.
Network good. I using two network.
Man, using the
Your
one.
network. Okay.
Using the Nimakan.
Ambassador, I beg you, let's hold you there and go to Veteran Mafosi. Veteran, come in with your thought on this point, on this statement, and your parting comment too as well as we move on to the Tapita Ambassador and then Grace and DK.
Well, thank you. Alfonso, one thing I would say is, I think you may say Agobrizavo. I mean, that's the point that I'm stressing, but I'm not in support of
we know that.
I'm not in support of impunity, and I'm not in support of corruption. I think there got to be hygiene in our public sector, so as to ensure that the resources we have can benefit us and the generations to come. And if you will bear with me, when you have the civil society actors, Ali Jaulo and Ellis Yan on this show, I said it, to have autonomous given to a superintendent who is a presidential appointee is a recipe of chaos, because the expanding power, the loyalty will be through the political system and not to the people. That's one. Two, from my student leadership days, we've said that the social development fund or social contribution fund that is coming from Meter, there's got to be a business approach to it. Because I know that replenishable resources, the rare earth mineral, natural capital, those are depletable and it cannot be replenished in a shorter space of time. So I've always called for business approach to the NIMA's money, because NIMA, like all other counties, remain national government priorities. That's why our people are making business. That's why we're paying taxes. That's why we are part of the political subdivisions of Liberia. To allow that blessing, to be used as is being used, because bulk of the projects, even the completed ones in my view, in my understanding, as someone who studied environmental engineering, they are not sustainable. And you forcing the money, you finishing it on that short-term project and forgetting about the future of it. And we don't want NIMA to be the case of bombing county where all the resources will be taken and you'll be left with bombing holes instead of bombing hills. And that's the point we are moving towards. So in all sincerity and in all essences, what we are trying to do is to urge the government that we help bring on board to be very much responsive, very vigilant in addressing the other reports. It's not just one thing to say, okay, we set up a chicanery court process and vindicate people and let them go scot-free just for the record of having, interrogated them. We also urging them to have a free, transparent, and speeded, trial so as to account for some of these, missteps. If indeed it's something that they embezzle, they should be made to account for them. So we're saying it not in the form of support for impunity, or not in the form of being happy that yes, they have done it and nothing will come from out of it. Mind you now, the money there is something that will benefit my children, my children's children. I'm from Liberia, I'm a Nibayan, I'm from Petwo. My children are Liberians, they are from Petwo. So whatever happens to NIMA, I'm not exempted, I'm not spared out of it. I'm part of it. That's why I've always said, even my time in the stewardship of the county, if there are anything excessive that I may have incurred during my period, I should be brought to book to account for that. So like me, all other persons who have that responsibility, that obligation to the county must be made accountable to the people. But the sad thing is, and I will continue to say it, I'm clear about it. If you look at our reporting system, a lot of people are loyal to the government. Some of them taking, like it happened during Madam Ide Gonglo Wear time. You use a part of our money to celebrate July 26th Independence Day celebration in the county. And that was presidential orders. And what you expect the superintendent to do then? To say no to the president? You are fired. And for the fact that they are Liberian, they deserve job, yes, they will go along with the power that made them. But if our superintendents were being derived like the way we derive our governance here, they are accountable to the people. Because any misstep, they will move you through popular, voice by way of elections. But that can't happen. It's one person decision as to who becomes superintendent. And now one person is managing the fortune of the county. So the way they manage it must subscribe or succumb to the will of the one person that is deriving them. So where is the justice? So in short, I want to urge the government of President Bouaka, because part of the campaign promises we made to our people is that we are not going to run business as usual. So we got to change course. We got to be very transparent. We got to be very clear. We have to make sure that the people are rescued, because that's the mantra upon which we canvass. That's the urge that I'm urging my government. So one person who support fairness, transparency, and I remain at that. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow we'll have Peterson Walker as our guest tomorrow. So it's going to be another good show. He worked in the local county government there, and he has a lot of knowledge about this. I think if we can speak to him.
Well, they say 2018 to 2029 in the oil.
No need to ask. We just need a report. Tabitha Ambassador, good evening, welcome. Let's hear your thought on the question asked by the CEO and your party comment.
Thank you. I will do my party comment back on the CEO questions.
My man, you don't do that.
I'm coming. No. I know I'm diving here. Gio, just wait. I know I'm diving here. I want to start with people marveling any statement Then I will continue to go to
Okay.
points there, right?
All right.
Then
This is my
okay,
point,
where
right? The veteran and my bear, because I haven't played to. If I wishing play to get anything that chicken goat, nobody gonna take it from me.
So
So
who is TK to you?
So
then?
who is the bear now?
I
So
the
who
bear
is
to
the
you.
bear?
I
He's
the
the
bear
bear.
to
That boy,
you.
no tradition. You
So
understand?
then don't call me bear, call me
bear.
your pa. I your pa.
Yeah, my
If
is
you
my
catch him
answer
and
that
if you catch him and go, then you can't be. I can't be your bear. I your pa.
no, I'm the bear. I'm the bear.
Okay, I
veteran.
acknowledge that.
Yeah. So where the veteran in there, right?
Mhm.
He told President Boyka should go beyond the campaign promise, right? I want for my dear brother fans to know that what I talk about political will. And people matters almost make that same point, right? You cannot prosecute those people in Liberia right now, even around the world or in Africa. When it comes to corruption issues, all they report that this without political will. It cannot happen. I hope that my brother fans can show you one country that are happy. In this kind of issue, you need political will. You need a person to say, yes, I gave the Anti-Corruption Commission the authority, my full support. That want to political will. Without political will, you cannot implement because there is selected justice. You like it or not, just call me on the show and I'll keep seeing it. You see, the one look at Doko, who's a dying one, baby born out to the VP, to be president going jail, with no political will, it's not going to work. So we need to look after the boss. They're not about politics. They're not about CDC or the party. It's a reality we see on the show. If there are no political will, there'll be selected justice. And we don't want. If we lead Doko today and take Nelson Cole and put in jail, then where are we going? So that was a product where that President Boyka gave the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission the authority, the full support to go out and do the work, which will encourage. They are not to do politics. I'm speaking of reality because the poor child from who is there, what my father came for. Women are dying every day to get out of the hospital, no rules, no medication. They have never benefited from the country power. They have never benefited from the vision of Nima. It's where my idea coming from. It's not a political party. I don't care about the party. I don't care about CDC. I don't care about NDR. I care about the people of Nima. Our resources are the state.
Man. Go to my question now.
Yeah. So it's my point. So the next thing I will tell you is, big brother, my dear brother, DK talking about people work in South Africa with this. They have this. You can't look. If Nancy Coker don't have thing, or no, get a gold member,
you want to get breaking news? Wait, after
I'm not coming. If there are no thing over no for Nancy Coker, the gold member,
breaking news, man.
My man, I have seriously breaking news that I have branch that party.
Breaking news. I don't know what's going on.
DK, give me chance. Let me report. DK, always interrupting. I'm making a point. DK, that's not breaking news.
You got to answer my question now. You got to answer my question.
CEO, I told you I was starting the aiming to go to your question. So allow me to reach your CEO. Let me make my point. We'll get to your question.
Hey, my man, I'll do it now. So we'll close. Yeah.
DK, give me chance. Why interrupting? I'm making a point. DK.
You're repeating the same thing. The same thing. You're not bringing new thing. You're not saying the same thing about that.
They got a unique beef. They got a unique beef.
No, but what are you because I'm a beginning?
We're going to get a breaking news.
Because I'm a beginning. Why you call unique? That's
Let me get breaking news. Let me get breaking news.
You can't pretend to me. You're not pretending me.
Breaking news. Yeah.
For the first time in 3 months, this is the first time Congo Town White Flower community we are getting quarrel by around 10 p.m. We're into 11. So it appears that us coming on a show tonight, complaining about the electricity issue in Congo Town, they said no, today we must send quarrel in Congo Town tonight. So I have to be in my house, in my own self house in Congo Town tonight to be speaking to you because I was on the street first because no electricity. So I should be having a time now to speak because my internet said once I'm on a very good internet that will not shake. Thank you so much.
Chris, go ahead, Chief.
So thank you to the Boyka government.
Yeah, so to my point, as I was saying, right? I heard people saying that they assume that other people went to South Africa, they were international community, they were documentary, right? This is the issue that we real not show tonight. Nothing Coker take over to go member go there. No take over, no today. You the part of people and the people who have been on Nothing Coker back on social media. So people should not count on the show and sugarcoating it right here. There's no way in leadership that you think you're never going to take, or they're not taking one, no. Especially on the content leadership. So people should not count on the show and say, oh, they are not taking, or they believe that they're not taking, or not going to go. It's not true. It's not true. We have to be real to the people of Nima, right? Other people not down because they feel that next people don't know both. No, there are people with a man who are intellectual, who are lay people who have master's degree. So
1 minute. 1 minute. Brother, I just want to add on to what you're saying. 1 minute. I just want to add on to what you're saying.
I beg you,
we are on now.
Let him learn. You know how to add on to what you say. Let him learn.
Let me just you 1 minute of your time.
Let him learn. Aman, at the same group, the same bro, the same fella. Let him learn.
You talk. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. So there are questions about Junior, right? There are projects like Banner Nima that go to over. We cannot sit on a show and say go never go to super don't know about those projects Nima. It's not true. So the issue here is people decide to put a blank eye on those projects to initiate their own project because they feel that when they complete those projects, they'll be promoting those people. So they banner those projects, they'll implement their own project. And so the last point, before I leave on a single point, now be careful in Nima. Today, I will leave this. The same message yesterday was made today, people spending our money in our country without the approval of the now council. People spend our money today in our country on national project, government project, and we sit on a show to critique on the report, and we think that the only report are things that matter to the people of Nima. Why we cannot condemn the action today that go in Nima? We play black art to people cancel the show and say, oh, they are advocates. They want to tell other people, they want to tell other report. They want to play black art to what happened in Nima. We were not on the show. We have to be real here. We want to be real and realist to the issues that confront the people in Nima. That condemn go to decision Nima, that spending our resources on any project Nima without the approval of Nama Council. We cannot sit on the show and talk about 2018 project issue to 2024. All the bar because the feel about CDC government, they will sit on the show, criticize it, but when criticize government go to issue, I don't think we're getting there. Let me real to the issue here. Thank you.
Thank you. This is why I don't understand. I don't know why you call CDC government. I don't know why you call United Party government, because these are the same people you guys circling in different administrations.
Yeah, I have to go. Can I speak quick, please?
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
So
please, you said I was going to speak. You promised me to speak, please.
My chief, I thank you. Are you up here? I do about doing. So yeah, so again, this is the circle in Liberia. Everybody will want to protect their criminal. For me, this other report, I'm not taking it lightly. There are friends whose names are in the other report to go in heaven. I don't have anything personal against them. They need to clear their side. I don't have nothing personal against Nelson, nothing personal against Dor or whosoever. But if their names are in those other reports that they stole from us, they need to account. The issue about Kou, Kou will account. When you work in public space, in public office, God will account for her stewardship. So one they want is not concerning Kou, it's not my business. Let's discuss what it be before us now. This other report had issue with the scraps. I remember in 2012, I was part of a delegation that went on our mountain. I saw that scraps. Look, we need to stop. All of us here need to stop protecting whether you CDC, you United Party, you this. When court is caught with stealing our money, they should handcuff her, parade her, and take her to jail. That should be with ANC and any other person that mismanage our money. That is the call for me personally. I had no allegiance to Braka when Braka steal our money. Now we come when Kikun steal our money. The sad part is we sit here and make mention about Nyale, Blue, days, the people that we want to protect, their kids are not in Liberia. That we have our family, we have our children, our parents in our very place that those people are making miserable for us. So when we're speaking, those of you who have allegiance to political party, you can sing your political thing and say whatever is your opinion. But for me on this issue, this auditing, this has been long overdue. That Nima County scribe that is in our audit report, those abandoned projects, money that individual took, those money we're talking about, even those are all in America here will work for the next 20, 25 years. You put all our taxes, annual tax together, it will not reach to that amount. And you know why? We're sending all the support to our people there, medical and everything. But few people in reaching themselves. When we leave from here, the my person was saying, when you see somebody that were not making 1,000 a month in just 3 to 1 year, 3 months to 1 year, when the moment they get in government, they will build gigantic structures. You are afraid where they're getting the money from. People in government that go to government just to steal, we need to shame them. We need to shame them and forget about whether it's party, whether it's date. The only thing is somebody say, oh, Baraka need to have political will. True. But Baraka just submitted the Liberia, the War Crime Code bill with a code to establish for economic crime code. What else we want for Baraka to do? There are human beings who operate those codes. When they do wrong, whether they are Nibalian, they are our brother and sister, that's shame them. This issue in Nima is affecting us, and we need to face it. And we have relatives involved. We have our political leader that we can see behind involved. Let's do that. Thankfully, I like how people are linking a thing with the door issue in a thing with the vice president. It will make him to move. Because when you have somebody close to you, all the time, they are in some kind of all the time. If you're not careful, that thing that took passing around your head, it will soon enter your nose. The VP and whoever in power that have people name mentioned in the audit report, you need to disassociate yourself with those people. Anything outside of that, you keep them around all the time. All of us here will accuse you that you are the one protecting them. You are the one protecting them. The audit report, I want us to treat it. Marcus said, Alfonso said, all of us. You forget about Doma and this. My people, now money they steal here so. Now money they steal here so. Let's talk about the money they stole from us. And start talking about, oh, let's go and not go, not the day, not the that. They pressurize the government to prosecute the people. Now the only thing I can say, the Union Party, the NDR people that there, they shame, they name and shame them.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. The people are taking our money. So, Printer, you want to go last or you want to close out now?
1 minute, Printers, I beg you. Let me talk.
Printer, go last.
Let Printer go last. Printer, close out now. We're giving you 3 minutes because you've been away.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, some of the things I said apprentices should wait to find many people that are very much courageous like him to come here and how you call it speak on the other issue. I hope people should not be chasing you, apprentice. You are getting me?
Okay, yeah.
Everybody else getting.
Yeah. So to muster that courage to come here, apprentice, I must tell you, in the space that you're in, it take a man to do that. And let me. Who child speaking? Hello?
Your daughter.
No. It is not from my side.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Chief. Just go ahead.
Yeah, you want to ask my child? I would say your daughter speaking.
Thank you so much, CEO. These issues I have to do with the Nima County audit report, many people, if we see from CDC circle for me, I will say, let us prosecute everybody. But let me conscientize you guys on a few things. Who are the people that were in charge of Nima County, that were the godfather, that everything that superintendent do there, they tell the guys and they monitor everything. From 2018 when President Weah took over up to 2021, 2022. Have you guys asked yourself the questions? Hello?
Comrade, that's a rhetorical question. So nobody answering that.
Then I will come here again. For me, I was speaking parable. I was speaking parable and leave it with you guys. Have you guys asked yourself the character and the people that were running the day-to-day affair activities of Nima County from the year in review to 2022, that does everything, that nobody from even the CDC ministerial question them, everything about Nima County is about them. You bring all of those vendors out. I want for each and every vendor that will spend Nima County people money unaccounted for. People want to start to chase. This entire report, it is deeper than what we are looking at. Many people here, I'm encouraging you guys to look at this entire report from the third eye, not looking at what Nelson Kwakwa. Nelson, many things that went on. Many people, like I was saying, many people that are on a huge salary, when you do your fact finding, that salary is just in there. I need to go and collect it. They know who they carrying, the other one to, and they know what they are carrying whom. It's a fact.
I'm not care about it. We don't care. Why we go for it?
If you are investigating, can you get my side? Like other people, like Patrick birthday, when people are coming up, I'm coming up with revelations that you are not giving me a chance. I know where I'm speaking from. I know what I'm coming from, where I am coming from. These are reality. Even now, people in the current Nima County payroll, their salary, you will see 2,000, and the superintendent or other bigger power, they say when you collect that account, you know that we have to certify the other people. More than 1 or 2, 3 people can be on our screen, or they are reporting some of it to people. It's a fact that people here know. People on the platform, they know that it can happen. When I'm speaking from someone that has served in in various entities and understand what I'm saying. People here, they know what I'm saying is true.
So why you want the people?
Many of you who think that the current administration, they are saying, if you continue with a report, our people then get it saying that when you hold rope will hold bush, a lot of tree will fall. There are deeper things more than this, and this report is revealing. This report will not go nowhere, and nobody will be prosecuted. The only people that will be prosecuted are people that will refuse to succumb, to submit, to suggest themselves to what they are to suggest themselves to. There's a heavy rain right now in Congo. I think you are getting it. So I will stop there for now, see you and be following the show.
But man, the other amount to now understand you, but thank you. When I blame the people that are named on in the other
you look at all these people that got wives and children, then they will just
the man happy with getting current.
But you know, it has
you know how long you're just giving people fire, you want to post boy.
It has been a great show. As previously stated, this week will be, dedicated to this report. Tomorrow we'll be hosting Peterson Walker. No, my man, I come in now. Long time you can't show you, so you know how we can do it. So you closing out. I just gave me an announcement before you close out. So yeah, so it has been a great show. I want to say thanks to all of you, everyone, our followers. We want to appreciate you for staying up with us. I know the audit report thing is very serious. It's very, very important. We have to discuss that. We are not against anyone here. We are just stating the fact as part of the media. It is our duty to disseminate information the right way, to convey these messages to our people, and that's what we are doing. So we are not taking side here, regardless of who is affiliated or associated with that audit report. We're here to state the fact. So we'll be back tomorrow. Peterson Walker will be our guest. So we'll stop here for now, Mr. Doma. I'm surprised you didn't wear yellow today. You know, you sort of wear the yellow for the yellow machine. You beat that.
No.
You know, but yeah, close that out. You know, you got 2 to 3 minutes there. Close out. Again, we appreciate the fact that you came on. It's been a long time since you and Mafasin, even the Alfonso man, and all of you guys are all our MIA folks. But welcome back. We hope that you guys continue to come on and don't be stranger. Close us out.
Yeah, thank you, CEO. I think this week I'm pretty much sure we will dedicate a lot of the show time to this audit report. And again, I will keep saying that I know my brother Aman try to play around and play the normal student, youth and student politics. What we say, media to people on defensive. To even think that professional adults who left their wives and children home will go out and somebody say they get, and you have the right to set up your own salary structure, and you think they were taking the salary and reporting to somebody. It shows that we still not taking this report to be anything serious to discuss. I see my own brother Chris City as well. We have 5 to 6 years period of accountability before us to talk about. But Chris, all along he left it, and he wants to be too much about the current leadership, which is good. And I'm pretty much sure if the time comes, we will discuss that. Because for the fact that the current county administration can sanction an audit, it certainly means they have in mind that after that stewardship, there will be accountability. So I don't get it how we actually escaping from the real conversation and going around beating the bush. We're talking about 12 million of the number people's money unaccounted for. 12 million United States dollars. We're talking about 55 million Liberian dollars, along with 12 million United States dollars. Instead of us going to the core issues, we try to play politics out of it. And that's the most disgusting part. Because I think some of us who should be in the position to say we're defending, we want us to attack the issue from a more genuine perspective than playing politics with it. But interestingly, my brothers who should be joining us to say, okay, let us push. They're not doing so. And like the veteran said, when I say to you, no actual result will come out of this, because we currently have a government that has a very feeble Ministry of Justice. Even hardcore criminal cases in this country, the government is not going after it. That we're talking hardcore criminal cases involving ex-government officials, that we're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. Then what's more about 12 million plus 12 million US plus 55 million Liberian dollars.
That money more than Samuel 12K. So that money more than Samuel 12K. Don't be talking about 12 million there.
Plenty of criminal cases.
Let us protect him to speak. Let us protect him.
Specific. You got
we got a minute protecting somebody.
I plenty criminal cases. So this is NIMBA, and this is our own county. Let's be very honest with the conversation, because we can't always play politics about it. So if we come to say this, it certainly mean that we don't have some other political interest. But when we see our own brothers leapfrogging and not going straight for the point, they keep circumventing and want to make it about the government of the day, then it will get also take a bag and then say, okay, but then maybe our brother still trying to defend our side. Why if we all try to defend our side, which at the end of the day will only affect our generation? So Chris, if you're very genuine in your speech about folks in ZI and other places, we should be calling for full implementation of the audit report, because we're talking about more than 12 million. We're talking about projects that were paid for in full, and up to now, no implementation. We should be calling for full implementation of the audit report. There where we should centralize our whole debate now. But you can't leave the conversation. You say, oh, we will not talk audit, we will discuss the superintendent. Time for accountability, the superintendent will account for stewardship. But Chris, you spoke for pretty close to 15 to 20 minutes. At no point, the only time I call Nelson Kwakwe, oh, how people assume that he's not educated. But you know that millions and millions of dollars, when it came to on our Dokopa, we talk about more than 600,000. Millions went missing on Nelson Kwakwe. Nelson Kwakwe, for as far as I can remember, he's recorded as the most unsophisticated superintendent that NEMA has had. But yet we think he made a proper turnover note and gave it. I was there. I was in Sunny Korea. What Nelson was saying on that day, even the common people couldn't understand. They were angry. They started booing at Nelson. Go, the media has it on record.
That time he said bucket.
No, by the time the superintendent over, the people who are Nelson Sunny Korea, the ordinary people that Nelson used to live with in Sunny Korea, they were booing Nelson. Nelson didn't end his speech. Then you say, oh, because y'all say Nelson and no book. So since you wanted to say that, at least let me say to you, Nelson has been the most unsophisticated superintendent, and George, we have put us into that. So thank you, and we will continue from where we stopped anytime this week.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
We'll be hosting. Prentice, you need to be reminded that if they implement it, many of your business friends in Ganta and Secretary will be out of business, or they'll be in jail.
All right, thank you, guys. Again, it has been a great show. We'll be back here tomorrow. Mr. Peterson Walker will be our guest tomorrow. It's going to be a fascinating discussion here covering the audit report as well. Okay, he has a wealth of knowledge when it comes to that. Again, thanks to every one of you. You guys have a good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I mean, we'll talk about that.
Yeah,